glasses.
Yeah,
Hold
we
up.
talk one-on-one. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle, big shit.
Check it. This is a unique hustle. It's your boy ECEO, and I'm here with the lovely, amazing, official, outstanding Miss Jamaica. What's going on?
None, you know, Madeo, what going? I want y'all to stop what you're doing right now. Go like, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms. When I mean all, I mean our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us, Boss Talk Podcast 101. We'll pop up first in line. But check out all our visuals on YouTube. There you see all our visuals. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, because that's how you don't miss out on any of this content that we drop in every single day. But we do have the exclusive stuff, and I know all y'all want to see the exclusive stuff before everybody else does. The only way you can see it is under each and every video, including this one right here in the description section below. There's a link that says join our membership. Click that link to take you through all the process, and just thank me later because you're going to love it. Thank you for being a member. And we love you, and thank you for all the support.
Man, hey, man, we got a guy back on the dang show today. He don't need no introduction, man. This man right here, man, from parts unknown, man, but it's down there below. You go down 30, you can't miss him when you're running almost into 40. He down there, man. That mama, there go that man, Benito. He back on Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
Believe that.
Man, so it's a few things I had to get right on into it. I don't mess around once I come back. I got to get to it quick, man. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go all the way in. Ice Cube, man.
Yeah.
There was some things that you said last time you was on the show. And, you know me, I'm a big Ice Cube fan, as I already told you. So all them stories and everything, they cool. But, first of all, again, there was more to the story with Hammer.
Yeah.
When him and Hammer met at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. Yeah. They actually had a conversation inside. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you found out that it was not, did he or did he not? What was it? Come on, give it up.
The word was he saw himself.
But we found out that wasn't true.
Yeah, he didn't saw himself.
All right then.
He didn't pee on himself.
Let's redeem him.
Yeah. He didn't pee on himself, but he got dealt with though. Most definitely.
Okay, he got dealt with. Explain.
Like my people verified it and everything that was there. The table got turned over on him, and the stuff spilled on him. And that's what made his pants look like he had sawed himself in the front.
Okay, so you just had seen that, so that's how you end up coming up with that.
Yeah. I thought he had peed on himself.
But he hadn't.
No, he didn't pee on himself. He got sawed.
So the table and the commotion, because I didn't think you could even get that close to him, but y'all had a big crew.
Yeah, we did. And it was more people than what I said it was. I said it was about 12 of us, but my people said it was 20. So, he and Ice Cube had bodyguards with him. I don't remember seeing them.
But he had a few.
He had a few with him. Yeah.
So they end up selling their differences too.
Yeah. The word was go in the bathroom. You and him go in the bathroom and do what y'all gonna. Either gonna fight it out or y'all gonna work it out. And they wound up working it out.
Wow, thank God for that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, Ice Cube, for me, the culture, what he done in the movie industry, and where our people was at. Yeah. Without Ice Cube, the Boys in the Hood and the stuff that he was doing when he excelled, because he didn't just stay. He didn't stay like everybody else. Like, you got to look at, he was in the group with Ren. He was in the group with Eazy-E, Yella. He was in the group with Dr. Dre. But he always was a spark. And to be honest with you, when I look at him and you look at all the stuff that he done from all of the, Are We There Yet? No, I don't think he did Are We There Yet, did he?
He did. Are we there yet? 1 and 2.
He did though. No, yeah, you sure kids. That was him?
Are we there yet? Yeah, the kids.
Okay,
1 and 2.
He did, and then he did that one with
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Ride Along 1
and 2. Barbershop. Like this dude changed things for black people in America for me. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have much to watch on TV. I don't know if you remember, but you should, Benito. We know you were dancing back then.
And singing.
Yes. But when you were getting your wardrobe and stuff together, before that, we was watching Good Times.
Yeah.
We had one channel on the station that we had 3, but then sometime the one wouldn't come in good. and you be watching TV. Soul Train came on late at night. Sometime Mama wouldn't let you stay up and watch that. You don't remember this, Joe. You don't remember this. It MASH and all that. TV went off back then. Yeah. You remember when TV went off?
In the screen.
Yeah, you were like, damn, TV just went off.
Yeah.
And and so when you look at the way life was then, and to see a Ice Cube evolve and pretty much make those staple movements from all of the Fridays and all the stuff that he was able to do, when you say something Ice Cube, a nigga like me get passionate a little bit.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know the history is there, but at the end of the day, I also know the legacy is there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you look at Ice Cube, you also said that when he got into the fight, well, he didn't get into the fight because Ice Cube never claimed to be no gangster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the niggas ran up on him,
yeah,
and they called him slipping.
Yeah.
And back then, you catch a nigga at the red light.
Yeah. And
I didn't like red lights back then, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, the saying was in L.A., never get caught slipping in the gutter lane.
That's what they called it.
Yeah, never get caught slipping in the gutter lane, because that's where you get done at. And the gutter lane meaning you never get caught like right there. Somebody pull on the side of you, and on the other side they box you in. You can't turn right or left, and somebody pull up behind you. You can only go forward, or they'll run and get in front of you and stop. You got to throw it in reverse, try to get out of something. You're gonna be boxed in. It's a done deal.
That was a different world for you moving up there to L.A. like that.
Yeah, coming from Arkansas.
Coming from Arkansas.
Yeah. But see, I've been going to L.A. as a youngster, younger.
Wow.
During the summer, visit my family.
Okay, you had you went
family out there. Yeah. They was Crips. So
they were Crips. Big Crips.
My auntie and them would keep me away from them as much as she could, but I used to want to hang around because that was fascinating to me. You know, coming from Arkansas and then seeing them do what they was doing, I want to hang out. And, you know, mom and auntie were like, can't go with them. Stay in.
Did you ever see anybody set trip over? Did you anybody ever set trip on you out there?
No.
Meaning like you had on the wrong color in the wrong place?
No, actually, when I was there in L.A., they just called me Big Homie. The youngsters that was gang members, the gang related, they were like, "What's up, Big Homie?" I'm like, "What's up?" I dressed neutral. You know, dress code was a big thing in L.A. I didn't wear no hats. My head was too big. So I didn't wear caps and, you know, nothing, the skull caps and none of that kind of stuff. I wasn't dressed. My dress code was totally different. I dressed like I was from the country. I dressed nice and clean, but I wasn't dressing like gang affiliation. So it was never a connection there.
Wow. When you think about MC Hammer and him basically, because we talked about all sides of Hammer, when Hammer started to go down, or when he left in the bankruptcy and all that, he ends up linking with Death Row, but he already had a relationship with Suge Knight.
Well, my thing was, when me and Hammer had a conversation one time, and I was in Hollywood doing my project, and just so happened the engineer said, "Hammer's down the hall in Studio C." He was down with what's called Dog Pound, Daz, Corrupt, and Jewel, God rest her soul in peace. And I went to the door, knocked on the door, and the door, he said, "Come in." I went in there, Hammer saw me, he said, "Hey, what's up, Benito?" He said, give me a minute, I'll be out in a minute. Hammer came out, and he told me, I asked him, I said, "Hammer, how you wind up working for somebody that used to work for you? I mean, Suge's the bodyguard for us. How you wind up being with him in Death Row? How that happen?" He's like, "Hey, I do what I had to do. You know, I filed bankruptcy, you know, and hey, it was opportunity. And I jumped on it to be a part of Snoop, Tupac, Dre, and everybody else." And Hammer wound up becoming the A&R for the West Coast. You would
see him on all the pictures when it come down to it with Tupac, when they would go out to places with Suge.
Tupac loved Hammer.
And so the reason you saying was because he was his A&R. He would talk and show them how to deal with like interviews, how to deal with different things when it came down to the business side of it. Suge, developing them as an artist.
What Death Row became, Suge always wanted that, but he needed guidance. Not only did Hammer show him a lot of stuff, Hammer's brother Louis Burrell showed him some things too. Cause like I tell you, one time Louis became manager of the year on the Forbes magazine 500, and that was mega for us back then. You know what I'm saying? Especially a black man, and he knew all the ins and outs, along with all the other stuff they did or whatever. But he showed them how to be a mega company, along with the other cats that Suge knew. Like I told you, he was over there with Solar Records, you know, so like I told you, Al Heyman and the rest of them and all those guys with Solar. So he knew he grew up on a good umbrella, learning the business of how to really go. But he was really inspired by Hammer a lot, Hammer taught him a lot with his company.
But you got to understand though, Hammer was one that basically he had the game on lock when he was doing his thing. But when you look at Suge, them for him, when you talked to him that day, did he look like he felt like he didn't do, he failed, or did he look like I'm on this business venture and I'm gonna figure this out?
My thing was when I asked him about it,
because you asked him that,
he was like, I filed bankruptcy, so all my assets are froze. So I gotta still take care of my family. They leave me enough. They leave you enough to make enough money, give you enough money, whatever it is, take care of your bills and your family, stuff like that. But he was steady paying out. Hammer had like 17 liens against him. If a lot of people don't know that, from the property. 17 liens, and for the marble floors and the house he built and all that kind of stuff. So not only that, he had to put all that stuff in the bankruptcy and pay all this stuff. He kept paying. That's the reason why he filed bankruptcy. Because he said, man, if I keep on paying all these people suing him right and left for all kind of crazy stuff. So he's like, if I keep on paying these lawsuits, I'm going to be broke. So he was forced to do it, which all them 3.5, 4 years we on the road touring, he made all that money. Money was messed up. I remember him talking one day with his brother Lewis, and he's like, man, Capital talked about $9 million unaccounted for. Where'd that money go? Well, you bought race horses, you bought race cars, you invested in this, you invested in that, man, that money go fast, man. And I didn't know that money go that fast. I mean, millions, I thought $1 million stretch forever. But them the kind of money problems he had, man. But when he filed bankruptcy, Hammer still had $30 million. Yeah. He put his hands on. But they froze it. For how many ever years he was in bankruptcy. And he had to go underground with it. And
it's funny because, like I said, when you look at the demographics of when you look at LA and you look at the demographics and you look at the gangs and all that, and for MC Hammer to, bridge that gap and come over and start dealing with all those dudes in LA with a different mindset, because he didn't have a mindset of a gangbanger or nothing like that. He was more so of not only a choir, a church boy, a PK.
Positive rap.
He was more positive rap. For him to be in that group, it just seems kind of...
It didn't fit.
It didn't fit.
Yeah.
It don't fit.
Yeah.
But I do understand early on he had made a relationship where, so you say Suge was also his security.
Yeah, at one time he was. Yes, for us.
For you would see Suge. He would come.
He'd be around us. Yeah, he'd be around us.
But was he this gang guy? Was he wearing red all the time? Did he wear red? Was he wearing red all the time?
No. All this stuff you see in the movies and all this stuff you done heard about Suge or whatever, he ain't nothing like the dude. Wasn't nothing like that. Suge really a cool cat. It was the guys around him that surrounded him that made him like that. Because like when I share the stories, here's another one. Jewel, God rest her soul in peace. She was the best friends with my cousin's baby mama. And we stayed in Ladera Heights, 6771 Spring Parkway, right behind the Ladera Center, right there in the heart, right by the Fox Hill Mall, right there in the Black Beverly Hills, baby. She'd come over all the time. She would tell us stuff that Death Row was going on in Death Row inside the unit. And she would tell us some stories about Snoop and Daz and Corrupt and the twins and all them cats. We was like, what? Couldn't believe it. It was like, wow. But we knew Hammer was over there, and Hammer's doing the A&R thing, so, and like that time we got a chance to talk. I said, Ham, what you doing, man? He said, hey, I'm gonna take care of my family. That's what I'm doing right now. I said, I understand that. Now, DJ Eric B, they made him the A&R for the East Coast of Death Row.
Wow.
So Hammer was the A&R for West Coast. Eric B was the A&R for the East Coast. So they was collaborating, grabbing artists from all over the place and put it together, man. Suge had an arsenal. He had a lot of great artists, but he wasn't releasing them. You see what Daz Grubb did, went behind his back a little bit and got the record released through Priority. And Priority is actually a subsidiary company of Capitol.
Okay.
And when they released it, when that record came out, Suge wasn't happy because he wasn't ready for them to come out yet. Yeah. He was concentrating on Dre and Snoop. So they actually did some little tricky stuff, but then they came out and blew up. Dog Pound, yeah. Blew up. and it was over. And he's like, yeah, okay. So then he had a house full of producers, from Daz to Dre to DJ Quick to what's his name, Sam Snead, all them other cats, man. It was all just a collaboration of all them great producers, and that was it. If you got the producer and CEO of the company, you run everything else, because they can bring everybody. Artists are a dime a dozen. So
wow, I go back, man, because early on, you got to understand when you look at the times you're talking about, the 90s, early 90s, NWA was the biggest thing. Gangster rap, they started it. You know, you never had heard of it before. But then you got MC Hammer. He's riding the same, wave of what's going on, but he dancing, and it was an odd, situation for hip hop at that time.
Yeah.
When you look at him, did you guys ever tour together with Eazy?
We never toured
with NWA.
We didn't tour with NWA. The first tour we had was Michelle A.
Okay.
After 7, In Vogue, Troop, and MC Hammer.
But but Michelle A, was she with Dre at this time?
She was.
She was with Suge.
No, Michelle A was under Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Because Dre came out 2 or 3 times on the tour, but Eazy just came on the road with us.
Okay.
He was with her everywhere we went. Eazy was something serious, man.
Can you tell me about Eazy?
What I remember from Eazy was one thing. We started doing it every show after he did this. We was in Tampa, Florida, Twin Cities, Tampa, and St. Pete, yeah. And the show was about over, and Eazy came out on the mic and said, "Yo, we got an after party back at the Holiday Inn on Highway so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so." He said, "I'm going to tell y'all right now, fellas, stay at home. All ladies, y'all invited." And it caused a ruckus. When we got back to the hotel, man, from the concert, police was all down the highway, all at the hotel, girls running in and out the hotel like crazy. I mean, some Michael Jackson stuff, bro, on my life, bro. Never seen this before. Girls, we get our rooms, our doors, girls running in our room like, hey, what you doing, what you doing? Hold on, we would have been in with y'all. Hey, how you know? Ooh, you sexy, you cute, you all that kind of stuff. I want to kick with you tonight. All kind of crazy stuff like that. Eazy caused a ruckus. So he did it like 2 more cities after that, and Hammer stopped it because it became too much of a chaos. I mean, because a lot of people didn't know where we stayed at. So Eazy would tell them everywhere we was, because whoever we was under at the time, I think Al Heyman, we all stayed at the same hotel. So all of us was there, all the artists. So the women would just come in droves and droves, and man, it'd be crazy. And Eazy started that, man. That's one thing I remember about Eazy.
That's what Eazy, it made it look like that in the movie Straight Outta Compton. You could see how they had a lot of women at the hotel. So it makes sense.
Great influence. He had a great influence.
So you say y'all carried on that legacy in other cities?
Yeah, we did it. And then in the next tour we didn't do it. And the third tour we got it, we told Jodeci, told Devontae about it, how it went. And then they started doing it. We were happy. Because they would bring a whole lot more girls to the hotel that usually come, because it'd be like regular, whatever, But when Devontae did it, it was over, baby.
It was over.
Man, I remember very, very distinctly, Baltimore, Maryland. We pull up to the hotel, all our buses. We was on our buses. Jodeci bus was wrapped or whatever. Jodeci all on there. Boys and Men wrapped, and MC Hammer. It was they called it the Whore Tour. I don't know why. Because it was all guys and all these women. So we pull up in front of the hotel. Right across the street from the hotel is the beauty college, like 7, 8 floors up in the air. And they all in the windows, the white jackets on, doing hair, doing cosmetology school, doing the thing. And they looked out the window and they saw us pull up, and they got on their break. They all came over to the hotel. It was women everywhere, loving on us. Oh my God, they staying here. Oh, they staying down there. Oh, man, it was wild.
I want to go back to Michelle A, though.
Come on.
Because her voice was very different than
she talked
everybody
like that
else.
For real.
And she definitely talked like that. We've seen the movies and stuff. Did you ever, when you heard that she was going through abuse and stuff with Dr. Dre, when she did that documentary, could you relate, or did you see any signs?
I didn't see any of that type of stuff,
I talked to my boy. He said the same thing. Alonzo, that he never seen signs.
Yeah, it was behind the scenes. Had to be.
But you would think, as light color as she is, that somebody would notice some bruises, something.
I don't think he whooped her while I was on the road or whatever, jumped on it. Well, you know, I don't think he did that.
So you don't think somebody? You think it happened, but
but not out there with us. It'd have been too noticeable.
Never seen a sign of Dre doing that. So it could not be the truth.
Well, who to say? I don't know.
You couldn't say it was the truth.
We just said alleged.
There you go, alleged.
Yeah.
But how was it working with her?
She was cool. I mean, she never got no problem. She came on, did her set, got off with the rocked it, and got off stage and went on about her business.
Was it when that song Something You Should Know was really, really popping?
Yeah, all of that. And the other one she had out too. Yeah, they was loving it. It was a sound. She had a distinctive sound. So everybody was rocking with it. You know, even Troop and everybody else, they was like, man, you know, we helped them in their career a lot too.
Troop was the one that song
Mamacita.
No, I can't wait to get to school each day.
Yeah.
That was hard, man.
And then they advanced to Spread My Wings.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was their biggest record.
That was it.
Really?
No.
No, that one you just sang was bigger than that to me.
All I do is think of you day and night.
That's all. Wings was their first platinum record, I believe.
It was.
Yes, it was their first.
Because it was more. It was almost a contemporary song.
Commercial.
Yeah, commercial. Yeah.
Like okay, go back to Hammer. When Hammer first started,
Can't Touch
I
You.
pump it up, do 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 do. Pump it louder. Can you feel it? All that and Let's Get It Started and all those. Those was hardcore street dance records. Everybody was there. Hammer started the dance crave for all America. A lot of people say they got in shape by watching Hammer. They started aerobic classes and everything because of Hammer. They play his music in there because it was aerobic. It was pretty, we call it therapy.
Yeah.
Whatever for them to get in there and sweat, and everybody was in shape. Everybody wanted to dance. Everybody wanted to do the Running Man and all that. You know, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy time, but it was beautiful.
Real nice.
Beautiful, man. I wouldn't change nothing. I would do it all the same, bro. But save more money. That's it.
You'll save more money.
That's it.
And you'd have read. What about your contract?
Yeah, I'd have read the contracts over.
You would have been so star-stuttered.
Look, man. Coming from the town I came from, El Dorado, Arkansas.
You just wanted
And
the
our town,
opportunity.
huh?
You just wanted the opportunity.
Yes, El Dorado, Arkansas is a small town, but we are known for oil. We was Boomtown, USA back in the day. We were known for major oil. And I really didn't experience racism until like my senior year in high school. You know, you would think we would have been in the South in the country like that, but I really didn't. We was cool, man, growing up. My mother had a cool job. My dad had a cool job. We wasn't rich enough, but to us, we was had some money. We was wealthy. We was cool. Rock Island, 1245 Rock Island. That's my address. Grew up there, man, as a kid. And Senator went to high school, and we was cool. Whites and blacks, we got along fine. Wasn't no mess, man. And it was just
Senior
good.
year in high school, what happened? You say you that's the first time you experienced it. What happened?
We had an incident where a brother and a white guy got into it, and they got in a fight. And the white guy only got 1 day suspension, and the brother wanted to give him 3 days. And we didn't think that was right because they both was feuding or whatever it was about, and they got in a fight. And we almost had a race war at our school. He jumped off, and some of the other cats from the street, they jumped it off, and it was on. When you talking about them white people was crazy, they called out. It was people on the roof with rifles and stuff. These regular people had came to the school ready to shoot us. Yeah, and all that. And the police had to come out and disband them, get them out of there. They was rushing to the high school to their kids. It's a riot. They jumping on us. The blacks are jumping on the whites, and we had never had nothing like that, man. It was crazy. Teachers were getting knocked out. Dudes were stealing on teachers. All kind of crazy stuff. 2 or 3 of the guys that was with us, 2 of them playing on our football team, they wound up getting suspended, kicked out of school for it. They got caught up and they wound up going to another school or whatever later, but that's the first time I ever experienced racism in my town, ever.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Suge Knight tried to, I'm going back to Suge.
Come on.
Suge Knight tried to sign you.
Yeah.
What stage was this? Were you still signed to Hammer at the time?
I left Hammer.
And how did he even approach you to sign you?
We were at this place in Long Beach called All Star. All Star is like a rim shop, a custom shop. They do all the stuff that what's the name used to do on the show here. The show on show. Yeah,
Exhibit.
Exhibit. It was a shop like that in Long Beach, California. Everybody was Snoop, you name it. Anybody that was in somebody would go to All Star to get their stuff. And when my cousin went in, he had a candy green dually, extended cab, airbags, everything, slammed that big 454 with the turbo on and everything. We was mobbing, baby. We pull up, and Suge was already there. He came out and said, "Hey, man, who dually is that? That dually clean in a mug, man. Golly, that dually clean. Chromed out everything." He said, "It's mine." So, yeah. I walked up on the side and said, "Suge, what's up?" He turned and looked, "What's up?" I said, "Benito, Suge." "Benito, what's up, man? What's up, homie? What y'all got going on?" I said, "Yo, man, it's my cousin right here." I said, "Don't trip, though." I said, "You're a Crip. You know what I'm saying? I know you with the Bloods or whatever." He said, "Man, ain't nobody tripping on that, homie. We got to get money. You know what I'm saying? We getting money." And then I was like, "I got a new album I'm trying to release right now, what I put out or whatever." I said, "I just left my deal with Joe Iskro, so I'm like in Florida right now trying to get another deal." He like, "You need to come on Death Row, baby. Come get over with us. Get out with us, Benito. I got you, baby." And my cousin like, no. He gonna put you on the shelf. He ain't gonna do nothing with you. And we chopped it up and should have.
Was Hammer still over there at the time?
Yeah, Hammer's there then. He was there.
So why you?
But he wasn't around. Hammer wasn't there. My cousin just had to think about, cause we'd heard the stories from Jewel. You gotta remember that. Jewel would tell us everything that was going on. He wouldn't even release her.
Damn.
She was singing all them songs. She did a song with Aaron Hall, remember? And all them hooks on the dog pound and all that stuff with Snoop and Trey. Man, all that shit. So my cousin like, nah, it's cool. Thank you for the offer. Because we get with you. But when we left, cuz like, he can put you on the shelf. You ain't going over there. We're going to give somebody got some pull, some real muscle, get you right on. We can't wait around. We got too much money invested in this. Let's go with it. And that's when I wound up signing with Ernie Singleton.
Wow, how was that?
Man, the world. I was back on. I felt like I was when I was with Hammer.
Whoa, okay.
When I met Ernie, I met him at the cleaners. I get my clothes out the cleaners. Across the street from my house. Right off of over the 67th Spring Park. And there's a Ladera area. They had the M&M's down in the corner, right down below the townhouse and El Polo Loco, right off of La Hanga into La Tierra, baby, right in the hood. So I'm in there getting my clothes. I had my record playing called Shake It, Shake It, Bake It, right? It was bumping in my truck. I had an Expedition. He walked in and said, "Hey, man, did anybody know whose song it is on the radio or whatever?" I said, "That's me." He said, "Man, get out of here, man. You're a bodyguard. That's not your record." I said, "Yeah, it's me." He said, "You a singer?" I said, "Yeah." I told him who I was. He said, "Man, I kind of remember you." I said, "May I ask who you are, sir?" He said, "I'm Ernie Singleton." I said, "Ernie Singleton? The Ernie Singleton?" Motown, Patti LaBelle, Luther, Prince, Jeffrey Osborne, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. He said, "Yeah, that's me." I said, "You know A.D. Washington?" He said, "Of course, it's my guy, it's my road dog." A.D. Washington, one of the biggest music promoters for black music in the country at the time over there. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, I'm starting my new label called Fully Loaded, and I like what I hear, man. Can I hear more?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Matter of fact, can I have that CD? Take it with me." I said, "Hold up, bro. Oh. Because I had copyright and nothing like that. I didn't wreck it. But I called my cousin and said, "Cuz, I'm down there with this guy named Ernie Singleton. He the big dog." He said, "Oh, yeah?" He said, "He want the CD. Can I give it to him?" He said, "Yeah, we got copies. If you don't do it, we'll handle that." I said, "Yeah." So cousin wasn't even worried about it. I said, "Okay, here it is now." My cousin, he said, "Well, I'm going to meet y'all next week on Tuesday." I said, "Okay." We met with him, man. We sit down. He told us everything he was trying to do. And we invested in Fully Loaded. Put up a lot of money and kicked it off. Wow. I was the first artist on there. So he wanted to go with me anyway because of the experience I had with Hammer. And he came out with a group out of Decatur. Big Talk, Big Walk, Big Flip, Big Flock. I forget the name of the group though. They're called D something out of Atlanta, and they blew up pretty good. We had the guy Chris, the one who had B2K. Yeah. What's Chris' last name?
Chris
Stokes.
Stokes, yeah.
Yeah. We had him over there with us. He was signed to us. Tim Story. We were talking earlier about shooting all the movies for Ice Cube. Tim Story shot the movies for Ice Cube. Bob Shot 1 and 2. Fantastic Four. All them different great things. He was over there in that camp.
Wow.
So he shot my first 2 videos also. So it was a great thing. Ernie, man, We was in with Ernie about 8 months. And then he called us one day, come to the office, I got some good news for you. So we get over to the office. He said, I'm about to ink a deal with the first black billionaire of America.
Wow.
He said, who? Bob Johnson. BET. Me and Bob went to school together. Yeah, we was classmates. I said, what? He said, yeah, y'all didn't know that. He said, but yeah. And he said, wait till he finishes this deal with Disney World. And we're going to lock everything in. But Bob couldn't go public because there had been conflict of interest. He ran BET. And Bob always wanted to run a record label. But he was scared what the labels were going to do, pull out on him, because they were supporting him a lot. And just like anything else on radio, it's a thing called payola. And he had the black television on lock. Y'all remember the box back in the day?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You remember this other thing, Jack the Rapper?
Yeah.
All of them were big back then, but BT was blowing up. And Bob came in, we met with him, and him and Ernie talked about going to do the deal. He said, at this Disney World deal, we're gonna lock it down. And that's exactly what he did. I was one of the first artists to perform on the stage at Treasure Island in Disney World.
Wow.
With Rachel. Yeah. Remember Rachel from the islands?
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't from Jamaica though. She was from what?
I don't know.
She's from another one of the islands.
But it's not Jamaica.
Yeah, she wasn't from Jamaica. No, she was not from Jamaica. No. But you can look it up, man. I'm on YouTube and all that for the performance I had. I was the first artist to perform on that stage. Everybody was there for that weekend, man. Robert Townsend, Big Les, they was on the 106 in Park or whatever. They had it before, the other ones got it. It's a big collaboration. I flew and did the BT performance over there in Washington, D.C. for Bob. I met Bob, took me to dinner. We ate dinner at his restaurant, at the BT backstage restaurant he has there in D.C.
So you and Bob Johnson?
Me and Bob.
How was that experience meeting Bob Johnson as a billionaire? You sitting with a billionaire,
It's the first black billionaire.
It didn't really trip him because I've been around Hammer. Hammer was a multi-millionaire.
He wasn't no damn first billionaire.
Right, that'd be different.
Understand that. But it was just different, man. It was no different than being with any other CEO that I've been around. I mean, because I know the cats got money, so it didn't really do nothing to me. I was great to see a brother doing it. That was the main thing. This brother right here.
Did you watch BET Awards the other night?
Did I watch it the other night? No, I didn't. Yeah. But I heard all about it.
What'd you hear about
that it was a woman's award show.
Is that what they had it now?
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, and then they made it very feminine, pushing agenda.
How have things changed since back when you first came out to now?
Oh, 180. Total change around.
But how did you feel when you heard that that's how it was, the show? Did you feel anyway, or you be like,
It's like I know they're doing the fit-in thing. I want to do what everybody else doing. I want to be part of the norm. If the agenda's pushing this, I'm gonna join with them, and I'm not gonna fight against it. I'm gonna let it roll. But it hurts you in the long run because your integrity of who you are and what you built tears it all down. Because when Bob first sold BT, he sold it to Viacom. Mm-hmm. But Viacom, I think it's in the last couple of years, sold it to somebody else now. Somebody else owns BT now and controls the programming.
Yeah.
When Bob first sold it, and we heard about it, Magic Johnson was mad. I mean, all the big time people.
And Deborah Lee was running it back then.
Yeah, Deborah was running everything. Miss Deb. Deb. They was mad, man, because it's like, why would you sell for just $1 billion? And after a year or so after, too, he said, Bob, you want to leave now? Keep it, stay here, and we want to run day-to-day operations. We can learn how to do what you did and keep it going. Then they start changing everything up.
Wow.
And they basically took the playlist. They stopped playing music. You notice that, right? Took all the videos away.
Uncut.
And yeah, all of that. And they started playing nothing but what? Movies. They took everything away from us, man. The same thing we talked last time when I was here.
But was it a thing that was going on at that time? Because when you look at not only BET, but you had MTV and VH1, they all were doing the same thing.
They all went away.
Yeah, so you can't just say, MTV it was just
Cribs.
Right, so you can't say it was just BET. They all were changing with the times.
Yeah, but it didn't make it no better.
No, because you got to think, reality TV came in and everybody was popping up. Everybody, what they look at is money. They look at money and ratings.
Yeah.
And that's what they look at.
What's the guy name run X Factor? The white guy started out with X Factor. Now he has one of the biggest podcasts in the world. Anyway, it's
not
crazy.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I just him.
He was on X Factor?
He the one that was the host for it, yeah.
Oh,
when it first came out, for the first 2 or 3 years. Doing all that crazy stuff, eating worms and playing with snakes and spiders.
I don't know how people did that.
Yeah.
Wow. So you was on tour and you went around with Jodeci and you told a story about Devontae last time he was on here. Mm-hmm. But did you ever have a chance to see K-Ci and Mary J. Blige, because they was having some hell of a get backs at each other during the time? You would hear a lot. They was in the tabloids. They was around. Everybody was talking about that relationship when it was going down. There was some heavy rumors on different things that alluded to some things that could kill you. I'm not gonna go into detail, but there was some heavy rumors. But they had back and forth, a lot of drinking going on. How did you see them when you seen them together?
I mean, for the most part, Mary was just going through the I guess the whatever it was, just there. One particular time I had to stop K-Ci from jumping on. Well, he did, but I stopped him from beating up.
Beating up who?
Mary J. Blige. Yeah, I did.
He was putting hands on her?
Yeah, he's putting hands on her.
Oh, you seen him hitting her?
Yes, I was right there. I don't want to grab him. What happened?
Let me know what happened on that.
I happened to come downstairs for something. I forget what it was. It was in the lobby. They was already arguing, going back and forth. And I got there, and I was like, oh, Lord, they arguing again. Because they used to argue all the time. Yeah. So what had happened was K-Ci got caught in the bathroom with one of the dancers he was messing with. It was already a rumor that, we know who was doing what. But one of the dancers K-Ci was messing with in the bathroom, the bodyguards was holding the door. And Mary knew something was going on, so Mary bust up in the bathroom and caught him. And that's where the fight started and came from. So K-Ci started hitting him, he pushed her down, man. And right when he got ready to kick her in the stomach, I grabbed him, snatched him up like this, and picked him up and turned him around. Cause you get ready to kick her in the stomach with them military boots on or whatever. Yeah. She was already in the fetal position, you know what I'm saying, trying to hold.
So he was going to kick her.
So she was trying to fight him. She wasn't trying to fight the girl.
Well, that too. But they wound up getting her, and she said, I want to fight. I'm going. But see, Mary was out on the road with us. This is what Puffy did. He sent a lot of people out on the road with us to hang out with Jodeci to get tour experience, I guess, or whatever. And Mary hadn't even released the 411. This was before it. Mary was wearing sweatsuit, top, hoodie. She like a dude.
Right.
If you didn't know it was a girl, she had the hoodie on like that. You would know it was a girl under there. She would get the hoodie on. And she wore the boots like Jodeci and everything. She was like a clone. She mimicked everything they did. You remember when she first came out? When she just like acting like Jodeci? She mimicked everything. So, I'm like, K-Ci, he was cussing, let me go, let me go. And the bodyguards like watching me and stuff like that. But they wouldn't do nothing to me because, they was on our tour. So, I'm like, calm down. He said, man, let me go. I let him go. I said, K-Ci, you know you're wrong, right? He said, man, whatever, man. And he went on about his business. So later on that night, we got to do the show. He came to me and said, Nito. I said, yeah, he never called me Benito. He said, Nito. I said, what's up? Hey, man, appreciate that, man. I'm sorry for what I did, man. I was wrong, man. You're right. My whole thing was, I had 6 sisters, and I'm the only boy. So I'm not going to sit there and let no man whip no woman like that, especially. And I asked the bodyguard specifically, I said, man, why y'all didn't do nothing? Hey, man, we trying to lose our job, man. We just doing our job, whatever. I said, what?
And that probably wasn't the first time he did something like that.
Yeah, you just going to let him just whoop her like that, y'all? And they was just standing back, let him do what he want to do. And they said they didn't want to lose their job.
Wow.
I said, man, we'd never do that over here. We don't play that in our camp, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I won't worry about them doing nothing to me, no way.
No.
But, I like K-Ci, man, hey, chill out, man.
Did she go back to him after that?
Yes, of course.
It's always like that.
Stayed together. I guess them whoopings made up. I don't know.
Well, right now she ain't taking no more whooping. She over there looking real player on what they call it? Ghost.
Yeah, but she getting whooped in that pocket though from her ex-husband.
Oh, what does that mean?
Alimony.
He getting money out for
what? You better read the tabloids. You don't know?
I ain't know.
He ain't breaking her, but that's why she went back on tour and everything to get her money back up. I don't understand that situation. New York is crazy, so.
When you came here last time, you started doing this, you talking about, and I felt chills, man, just thinking about how good Hammer could dance.
Yeah.
Did you know BET ranked him as number 7 of all-time dancers? I'm trying to figure out who would have beat him out.
BET did what?
They ranked him as number 7 all time.
Who could dance better than Hammer?
Michael Jackson for sure.
Michael was cool.
Michael, no, ain't no damn he was cool. Michael was better than that nigga.
Michael was bad. Mike couldn't dance like Hammer though.
You crazy.
James Brown.
James Brown.
He tried to compare James last. I showed that video. I put that video together.
Mike was all right. I mean, Mike did his thing, but he wasn't nowhere compared to.
You out your mind.
No comparison, man.
No way, man.
So who was number one and coming down?
And who was number one?
It didn't.
It didn't show the list.
Well, Nipsey Russell or somebody, or who? Sammy Davis Jr. or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy Legs or whatever.
Them old boys, but I can tell you right now, Michael Jackson would have beat him out. They didn't say who.
Okay.
So it's one other thing I'm going to ask you, because you're a big time a guy fan and all that. You sung the songs. Your song got stole, but that's still Aaron Hall was your boy. What did you think when you first heard On a Piece of My Love, Dumb Bitch?
Aaron told me he's not saying it. He said something else.
Bull crap! You can hear it.
It sounds like that. It was a sound bite or something.
It sounded. What else is it?
Aaron told me from his own mouth. He not saying dumb.
What is it?
I don't know.
I don't want to hear that. It sounds too much like it.
Yeah, he not saying that on the record. He said something else.
He lying.
Okay.
What did it sound like to you?
Yeah, what he asked him.
It sounded like that, but he said.
But if he say it was something else, he should have told you what else was it.
He did. I forget what he said it was. I'm being totally honest.
Okay, and then at the time when he told you what it was, in your mind,
it was Dumb Bitch. Did
it sound like that?
It sounded like that, but I think he told me that it was a glitch in the recording or something that made it sound like that.
Oh, okay.
For real.
Okay.
Hey. My baby.
Dumb bitch.
Y'all wrong.
I know you heard it, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah, I heard it.
Man, you can play it. Here it come right here. Why would that even be on there? And with his record, his track record, we know he was wild.
Why would he say that though? You think about it.
I don't know.
Who was he? Somebody probably pissed him off.
Like he told me, man.
Talking about?
Think about the song.
Who was
how
he
the
talking
song
about?
start off?
Baby, you can have all of me, cause I'm not totally free.
Okay.
There's a
I can't tell you everything that's going on, baby. There's a few things in my past
that should not be explained.
But he's cheating on her, so she not even think about the lyrics of the song. He's telling her you can have just a piece of my love, but you can't have all of me. Now what is that?
And knowing a woman, she's trying to have all of him.
And he calls her this.
A dumb. Okay.
Okay, think about that.
So it's like it only makes sense.
I thought about it after. I was like, damn, that nigga a genius for making it like that. Because the lyrics explain this woman that's just getting a piece.
But everybody always asks that question.
Because
Aaron can explain it.
Any woman that's just getting a piece of a man's love, what you call it?
Yeah, and she want all of it. I guarantee you.
So you think, okay?
You don't want to talk to me. Played you. The nigga played my nigga Benito, and he took your song.
It's okay.
What did you think about it when that part came out about? Because that was the first time you expressed that song like that. And I tell niggas all the time, ain't no way the nigga lying, because you can't sing no two total verses of a song like you did.
And I know you was reading all them comments.
You told her
what you thought about all them comments and what people said.
One of them said, Benito's a liar. I was A&R, whatever. I was like, you A&R, okay, A&R to what? You wasn't there. You was not there when you was recording the song. You was not in the session with me and Derek Hall and Ephraim Galloway. You weren't there. So what are you talking? You heard the song like it was finished by Aaron when Aaron finished it. You wasn't there in the beginning. The rough cuts and all that stuff we did. So what are you talking about? I got a phone call from Ephraim. Ephraim called me. Man, I'm tired of my phone ringing, man. All in my inbox about that damn song, man. I said, Ephraim, why you tripping? I said, it's all publicity for you and us. Why you tripping, man? But I'm just saying, man, I'm tired of folks coming. Ever, did you write that song? He said, yeah, I did. But you know, got his partner too. But I thought you did it. It don't matter. It's cool. I'm tired of hearing it, man. I'm just
because people were in the comments talking about Ephraim did it.
Yeah.
You didn't do it.
Yeah.
So
Ephraim is a regular person now. You know what I'm saying? He done got away from that. So it's like it bothered him. I said, Ephraim, just let it ride, man. It ain't no big deal. Let it ride. Why you tripping, homie? It's making you putting more. Now you can start doing shows again off of this. Probably
he can't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm resurrecting your thing.
But he don't want to.
You know,
he don't want
part of it.
He don't want it.
He don't want no part. He walked away from it years ago, and he said, "I don't want no."
What made him walk away? Was it because he couldn't figure it out?
No, he said he got tired of doing music. He had wrote songs and did music so long.
It's stressful.
Yeah, and he did worked with so many people, like Larry Blackman, the Temptations.
He worked with all of them.
He worked with a lot of them big time groups, yes. And his friends from there in the Bay, Ivan Johnson, who's the program director of the band now for Kim and Club Nouveau and all the rest of them, and not Tony now. So it's like all these people, and Derek Hall. Derek went to he's a minister now. So he's a minister of his church and all that. Did gospel albums and all this stuff, man. I know we didn't talk about this last time, but my first album I did with them, Show Me Some Love. Half my albums written by me, Ephraim Galloway, and Derek Hall, and Ivan Johnson, and a couple of others. I forget their names, but these all contributed to my first solo album, Benito, Show Me Some Love.
How did Show Me Some Love go if it make him sing a little?
I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm not asking for much. Just show me some love. You know, that's the hook. Damn. I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm not asking for much. Show me some love. That harmony note on the end, that's Derek Hall and Ephraim all day long. They showed me how to do that, had that Bay funk. You know what I'm saying, from the Bay Area, because they stayed in the Bay. And Derek with them keys and chords. I got a song, you probably can pull it up right now. I got a song on there called Benito, Silently Saying Bye-Bye. Let's play a little bit of it, if you can.
Benito?
Benito, Silently Saying...
I won't be able to put it in the video.
I know, but Benito, Silently Saying Bye-Bye. And you're going to hear that I Miss You sound and all that. And you're like, okay.
You can't do that no more. Would you cry?
Yeah, would you cry? Yeah.
Yeah, they was in that studio, man.
Man, we was doing it back then, man.
So, okay, you think about the way music is now. Is R&B, will it ever come back again?
Records like that right there, man, and other things that people doing. We told stories. I was always told as a songwriter, tell stories. Tell your stories. And people love storytelling. Same way in rap. Mama said, knock you out. Mm-hmm. You know, all these children's stories. Once upon a time, not long ago. Cinderella, day. Told the whole story. Cinderella song, but with a man. All these old records. You got the Vapors. You know, we're going to go back to the 80s and the 90s. You know, so, bend over, let me see it. You know, just visual, telling stories. They always work. Or either a song talking about how bad you are. Talking about you. They always work. Certain tempos. Got different Puffy. Make records to make people dance to. Find a dance tempo record that hit before yours and put it on the same beats per minute. And you'll find out that the chemistry works because their minds are resonating on old songs that was on that beat pattern, and you do the same thing in a different way, it's gonna work. That's how you make hit records.
Wow. I think when you look at you back in the days, you was kind of buff. I seen you on the stage with Arsenio Hall, Nim, and all kind of stuff. And there's a story that you know, Debo. You need a little insight of why y'all were horse playing. And R.I.P. to that boy, man, Tiny Lister, one of the coldest.
That's my brother, man. That was my brother for real. Debo, Tiny Lister. Debo had told me we was going to do a movie together. He's going to be my big brother and I'm going to be his little brother. And we had another character too who was going to be in the movie, but he died. Had a heart attack and died.
Damn.
Wow.
My partner, Bear, Antonio, you going to eat your cornbread.
Yeah.
Big Bear, man. Boy from Florida. He said he had a heart attack. I don't know. But Bear was in a couple movies. He was in a movie with Bad Boys before. With Will Smith and
the first one?
Martin. I think so. He's a big dude standing beside the porch when he was by the water. That was downtown L.A., by the lake down in L.A., whatever, by the...
I know he's famous from that life scene.
Yeah, he was going to... Tiny said that he's working with the production now, getting a movie. He's going to do a movie. He's writing the script and everything for me, him, and Bear. Bear wound up passing away. But anyway, remember very distinctly, and I had verification from other people that know that was in the dressing room with us. Debo came in there, and I don't think Friday was out now yet. I don't think it was. But then again, it might have. I don't know. But we was in the dressing room, and he was in there messing with us and everything, playing around with everybody, teasing stuff. And it's like, I bet you won't mess with Benito. And they're like, what? Because, like I said, I was whooping them all. And he's like, what? You ain't big. What can you do, boy? I said, I'm going to put the Arkansas bees on you. He said, no, I ain't trying to fight a boxer. I'll wrestle you, though. I was like, man, you want to mess with me? So I'm going to take you high and I'm going to make you look low. Right? I said, keep on, Tiny Lissa. I'm going to lift you like some hydraulics. You going to swear I lift you with a forklift. Man, he kept talking. Man, he was 6'5", you know. Debo big, strong, what I thought he was. Man, we got in there, and they moved everything out the way. This is the first one. The first one I slammed on solid concrete. And,
that hurt.
Yeah. And we locked up. And I'm from the South, I'm from the country, so we known for wrestling and fighting. So I grabbed him. When I grabbed him, I knew I had him. I said, oh, I got him now. He finna go in there. And I grabbed him and picked him up off his feet. He looked at me real, his eyes bucked. And I jumped backwards with him. Like you doing wrestling. I jumped backwards with him, and his body fell back. He hit his back. Boom, and knocked the breath out of him. He like, damn, hold on. He got up, brushed himself off, whatever. He said, I got these shoes on, man. Take these shoes. He had some dress shoes on or whatever. On the white train. So he got out and got barefooted. So then they went in and told Hammer what was going on in the dressing room. Hammer like, hold on, come to my dressing room, come to my dressing room. So they moved all the furniture back. Hammer had the furniture and dressing room. We moved the furniture back with her. He said, man, what's going on with your boy? I said, Hammer. And my partner said, get him. He called me Head. He said, get him, Head. Show him what Arkansas about, baby. Show him them Louisiana bees about, baby. I like, yeah. So now I'm pumped. I got to show out in front of Hammer and everybody else. I can't let him get me. Man, I grabbed Zeus again. We locked up. It took me a little longer this time. It really did. But when I got him, when I wanted him, I said, you finna go for that ride. I said it out loud. I said, you finna go for that ride. Next thing I know, I jumped, grabbed him, picked him up, and I flipped my body in the air like I spent. Real like a suplex slam. And he, what happened to hit the side of the couch. That's what saved him. Because we were going to hit that concrete floor, but I'd have landed on top of him. Bloom! He just said, damn, Emma, boy, where you get this boy from, man? He's strong as hell. Right? He said, I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, but 2 people ever put me on my back. All through school, ain't nobody never whooped me in wrestling. He said, you and Hulk Hogan. He said, Hulk Hogan, I let him slam me in the wrestling thing. I let him do that. He said, but you did it without me letting you do it. I feel his power, but he wasn't as strong as I thought he was. I was stronger than him. I slammed Zeus twice.
Man, that's something else because
on
you
my
never
life.
You never hear that story,
On
man. Nowhere else, man, but on Boss Talk 101, man. That's crazy, man. Like, the one thing I can say, man, is Hammer took you guys around, showed you guys the world, man.
Yes.
Like, anything what is the most important thing when you think about Hammer? Like, what's really like, I know he a minister now, right? Or is he a
He always been into the word. He knows the Bible back and forth. So does his brother Lewis. Lewis Burrell knows it also. They always into church.
Where is Lewis?
Lewis is in Vegas.
Okay.
He's in Vegas. He stepped away. He stepped away from music about maybe 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. His last project was with Jodeci. The last album Jodeci had out,
yeah,
Lewis produced that album.
Really?
Yeah. Lewis Burrell. Look on the back, you see the credits, Lewis Burrell.
What do you think about when you think about those Burrell brothers, though, like and what they meant to you as far as, you know, your career?
I mean, I give a lot of credit to Hammer all the time. But a lot of other stuff I did, I give credit to Lewis, his brother Lewis Burrell. Lewis loved me too like Hammer did. And Hammer even told me one time, man, you remind me of a little brother I never had. Because he was a baby boy. But he had another baby sister, the last baby of the family. But like I said, Hammer used to go out sometime when we didn't want nobody to be with him. He'd call me, come to the house, hang out, and talk about all the personal stuff, a lot of things that he wouldn't talk to nobody else about, not even the bodyguards. He wanted to be normal. He wanted to go out and just hang out and chill. And we talk about a lot of stuff, man. He's like working all the time. But with Lewis is all about business. You can't go around Lewis with no bullshit. He'll cut you out, make you feel this little, talking them big old words you didn't understand. You go look them up in the book or whatever. But Lewis took me on his wing. He said, you want to learn? You want to learn? Come on in. Come on, little punk. I'm like, all right. Lewis kind of like a bully too, but he was a good bully. He said, I want you to learn, see what's going on. I seen Lewis hang the phone up in the CEO of Pepsi. Call me back when you get it together. British Knight. You gonna try to play my brother like that? You got me messed up. Don't call me no until you get the numbers right. Ring. Lewis, CEO for Pepsi's on the other line. We'll talk to you. Tell him I'm gone. Phone ring. Lewis, they say they know you're not gone. You please answer the phone. And I put on speakerphone one time. Lewis, oh my God, look, can we come to some type of agreement, man? You're breaking my arm. He said, no, I ain't breaking your arm. Everything y'all do, y'all give it away. And y'all cut taxes, y'all do everything. Everything you got, we want it. I'm from trinkets to keychains, to shirts, to drawers, to socks, whatever you got, get it for my whole crew. I want it for everybody. So when Lewis did deals with them, he didn't get just for his brother Hammer. He made sure everybody had something.
That's a lot.
From it. He said, because all this is a write-off for y'all. So do it. You know, we had our own plane.
What?
We had the Hammer Time plane, baby. 727 Boeing jet.
Would you say y'all had
135 passengers?
Who else had a plane back then?
Nobody had a. Now,
was MC Hammer the first one that had a plane?
I wouldn't say that. But
out of the rappers, out of the hip hop era, was MC Hammer the first?
I wouldn't say that.
Was it anybody else?
I don't think so. But I'll say this though: didn't none of them have no Boeing jet? They had them little, you know what I'm saying, them gliders or whatever, the ones you see now, like a Rick Ross plane or a Puffy plane, or them little planes. Them Cessna, what do you call it, Cessnas or whatever? Streamlines, whatever. We had a Boeing 747. Pepsi paid to get it painted. We was painted down the side, Hammer Time with the big hammer on it. On the back of the tail and down the side, it had Hammer Time on the side of the plane. We had it for about a year and a half. We set our tour up to fly no further than an hour or hour and a half flight for where we had all our tour dates set up like that. So when we was on that tour with Boys and Men, they want to. They rode in their bus. They didn't want to fly.
They didn't?
Yeah. I used to fly so much, man. We used to fly every day, man. It became a norm. It was nothing.
It was nothing to fly.
We had one bad flight out of all the flights we flew.
What happened?
We got struck by lightning twice.
What?
Yes.
The plane got struck?
We got struck by lightning twice, hit the nose.
So MC Hammer plane got struck by lightning. What did it do? Did it shake the plane?
I'm going to tell you what it did. We thought we was all dead. We was coming out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, flying to Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know, it's two places in the United States that's terrible for turbulence. That's Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Denver, Colorado. Those are two of the worst turbulence places in the United States of America. Okay. So we flying from Milwaukee down, and we left, and we was in a storm. But we thought we was above it. But I guess we didn't get all the way above it. And it was just the whole time thunder and lightning outside the window. Lightning up the sky. All of a sudden, man, we in mid-flight, lightning struck, we heard it. Boom! The whole plane, the lights went off and everything. The plane said,
No.
We had a free fall. I don't know how far we fell. It was like we was on a roller coaster. Everybody was screaming and hollering, man. We thought we were dead.
Y'all panicking?
Look, the first thing I hollered out, Mama! It's all I know. Someone back there, you know, sometime at the show, they'd get back there, they had a little small drink, be drinking and stuff. Someone, they was drunk, you know, tipsy. Woo,
no.
We would hit the ground, we gone, it's over. And all of a sudden, the plane said,
and it got back power.
The lights came back on, and then the pilot pulled up. Boy, that gravity. I thought we were gonna come through the floor. You could feel it. I mean, you could feel like, I don't know how many G's it was. We felt it all, man, like, oh my God. Felt like our head about to pop. And he leveled off, and then he went back down again. He leveled down again, got down lower. I got up under the thing, and then maybe 20 minutes later, we got in clear space, and it was smooth. But all that turbulence, flames, windows, all that, it was crazy, man. The lights went off.
Y'all were praying like crazy.
He said, the plane started to fall. You talking about, boy?
Was MC Hammer on there?
Yeah.
What he looking like?
We couldn't hear him. Everybody was screaming and hollering. Everybody was scared, including him.
Was any of y'all scared to fly after that?
Not really. But when we got out the plane, we got him at Albuquerque, everybody kissed the ground. Got on, kissed the ground. We walked in front of the plane, saw them big old black marks on the nose where that lightning had struck us.
You say it hit it twice?
Hit it twice.
That same time?
Did it hit it twice at one time?
I guess so, because when it first hit the nose dive, he said, it started falling. And then they bring it back, and it's like you on a reverse roller coaster.
And then it hit it again.
No,
I think it hit that one time. The 2 times he struck it.
Okay.
Right there by each other. Yeah.
It conducted that lightning to it. Because of that. That's they do planes like that anyway. If you're on their nose, because if lightning struck a wing, it's over. Or the tail end, you're out of here. That's why they always put them in the nose.
What did you think when you got back on the next flight?
Well, it was clear skies. we just knew that we didn't never want to fly in a thunderstorm ever again.
Yeah, that's the worst time to fly.
Yeah, and they went on up anyway. But man, another thing, we so much family. We flew. We had different crews. We had 2 crews. One crew we had one time for a segment of our tour. Hammer got rid of them. He told them to get off. They wasn't cool with us. They was acting funny. You know, I guess they wasn't used to being around a lot of black folk. So Hammer said, get rid of them and bring the old crew back. And they came back and they stayed the whole tour with us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you saying that was
the stewardess and
the stewardess?
The stewardess and the pilots,
and the pilots
too.
And
stuff. They was all
stuff.
acting all funny, man. You know, and Hammer peeped it out. He saw it. He told him, I said, man, they be acting funny. They don't do this, don't do that. Man, it's our plane. What you talking about? We weren't doing nothing that's going to be detrimental to us getting hurt or nothing on the plane. They didn't want us doing it. We used to gamble on the plane, play dice and everything.
Again, let's go back.
Yeah, get back.
So,
I
want to talk about the fact of, was Hammer the first rapper with a plane? I had to figure that out.
I believe we were, man.
Let me see if Google
it. Yeah.
First rapper to own their own plane.
We had a big old plane. 727 Boeing jet. 125 or 135 passengers. And what I loved about it, Hammer made it so sweet for us. Like when we met a girl in the city we was at, if she wanted to go with us to the next city or wherever, fly with us, she could fly with us for free. But our thing was, you had to send her back home on the bus or either get her a plane flight and fly her back to her home state. And Hammer's like, our thing is, we don't need them to have no more than about, come to like 2 or 3 shows. Hammer didn't like that either. He said, if you out there with somebody, because, you know, they come to 1 or 2 shows, that's enough for the women. They get starstruck and other stuff start happening. He had a rule too where, hey fellas, don't, you know, if she looking at you, don't do it. Let your brother, sister know, or whatever, what's going on, and they looking at them and trying to, you know, get them out here, because they becoming groupies.
Yeah.
He said, we ain't gonna play that.
Anybody?
They listen who own it now, but what was that, back in the 90s?
90s.
In the
1994.
If you had a girlfriend or your wife or whoever it was, they can come and fly on the plane with us for free.
Really?
They would come out, some of the guys bring their wives out on the road with us 2 or 3 days or whatever, or a couple of days, their kids, everybody could fly for free. Hammer had it like that.
Okay. If you find him, baby, let me know. Dale Dog, the big crib.
Yeah.
How did you know Dale Dog? He was a Crip, right? Yes.
I didn't know him like that, but Dale Dog was a very influential person in the Crip gang, in L.A., and he got murdered over in my cousin them hood, and a lot of guys thought that they had something to do with it. 11 Deuce Broadway. He had a Rolls Royce, a bad Rolls Royce, and somebody murked him, man. But he was a definite pillar in the Crip community. He's from Main Street Mafia.
Really?
Yeah. But one even more, so I gotta talk about my homeboy, man, my real homie, Big Jesse. Jesse Harrod.
Okay.
Jesse was a OG shot caller from Main Street Mafia. Other soldiers under him was Big Shaq. His brother Big Fred. They wasn't brother, but they was brothers from the hood. Big Fred got killed.
They all from the Crip side?
Yeah, Crip side, from Main Street Mafia. Big Fred got murdered and a drug deal gone bad. And the other homie got shot in the back seat, and they thought they killed him too. But he wound up telling who shot them, you know, who the guys was, and, you know, of course, you know what happened with that situation. But Jesse told me, he's like, I don't know why I like you, Benitez. He called me Benitez. He said, but you a big old church of chicken eating nigga. He said, I like you though, man, because you country, you know. He had other cats over there with him, like this one guy that's an advocate now in L.A. named Suicide. Suicide is a gangster Crip too. I don't know if he's from Main Street or not though, but they definitely was a big part. Main Street was tough. They had a lot of soldiers, and they ran a lot of stuff over there, especially in Gardena, you know. And I miss Jesse, man. Jesse was a cool dude. Jesse was super cool, but he locked up for life now. He got life.
What the heck he get life for?
He got life for hanging out with some other cats that the feds was looking at, and he got caught with him, and they got Jesse and tried to put some murders on him and all kind of other stuff, and wound up getting Jesse life. I mean, he's one of the coolest gangsters that ever been around. You know what I'm saying? Jesse, half his arm was gone from right up in here.
Wow.
He got shot at a young age with an AK-47. It almost blew his arm off. He saved it. He still had mobility and stuff, but he big old dip right here in his arm.
Wow.
My cousin didn't really like me hanging out with them either.
You didn't? Why?
Yeah. He just like, hey, stop hanging out with the Main Street niggas. Ooh, but I said, cuz, I'm
Wasn't he
good.
a Crip too, though?
Yeah, but they didn't get along or nothing like that. He just like, I don't know, man.
He trying to look out for you.
Yeah, but I said, man, ain't nothing wrong, man. Jesse cool. Jesse wound up letting me use his Mercedes one time. He had an S600, the big Benz, and it was bulletproof. And I asked him, I was going to this function to go see Michael Jackson.
Uh-oh.
Yes, yeah, going to see Michael Jackson at the Beverly Hills Hilton in Beverly Hills. So he's like, you don't want no limo? I said, no, I want to drive your car, Jess. He said, okay, cool. He said, I get it cleaned up and bring it. Big Shaq brought it to my house in Ladera and dropped it off and left it with me. I kept the car for about a week and a half. My cousin wanted me to give it back to my man. You don't know if that car marked or whatever, and they may know. I said, Jess said he'll never pull his car out. They don't even know he got this car. You know?
You sound like your cousin might have been hating a little bit.
I might have been, you know, because I was doing too much or whatever. But I was rolling.
Is he still around? Or?
My cousin? Yeah, he's still around.
Call him. Let me ask him about it.
You want to call him?
Yeah, call him. I want to see if he gonna tell the truth.
About what?
About hating on you.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nah, I ain't gonna put him on the spot like
put
that.
that nigga on the spot. Nigga hated on you. Tell your cousin I said hi.
Hey, I will. You're a true
I can't
Crip.
find it, but I did find a picture of what a plane looks like.
Hammers?
Yeah, that.
Let me see.
That was Hammers plane.
That's the back part of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's off the
back
page.
part of it.
That's it.
Yeah, but somebody in the comments said, yeah, it always broke down all the time. That's what they said.
No, I playing didn't.
He lying, ain't they? Hating, they hating.
He
And
wasn't there.
then the next person said, oh, Hammer didn't own that. That was like the company above him who leased it
He
out.
lying, ain't he?
That's our group.
Uh-oh, he got the plane.
That's our group.
Oh, you brought the plane pictures right here.
That's our plane right there.
You know, when you listen to the comments and stuff like that, people just say whatever.
I know it. They had no idea what was going on.
The damn show
That's
is the
our
plane
plane.
you had at the back.
See, that's the whole plane.
Yeah.
That's our group. Yo-Yo created that group for us. One of the dancers, she from Hawaii. She started that group.
Man, Hammer,
Yeah,
I am.
I am. They put me in the mix.
They put me in the mix.
Yeah, man. So kill all the naysayers. Missed that. That was our plane.
Too Big MC left the crew, man. How was that for you when he left?
He was gone when I got there.
Okay.
So
Why did he leave?
I just heard stories that there was some still going on with relationship or something. One of the dancers or one of the group members or whatever, and it didn't work out too good, and there was a little jealousy up in there. Something happened, and Hammer got rid of him.
How bad was it though? Like when you think about it, like you guys would be together, so y'all would have relationships within the camp. You see what I'm saying? And that had to be crazy, man.
Here it is. When we first got there, my first tour, Hammer said, I'm finna lay out the rules before we go on the road on tour, and y'all listen up. Everybody listen up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got girlfriends, if you got boyfriends, break up with them. Everybody like, he said, because the temptation on the road is gonna be unbearable. Remind you, everybody here is from 18 to 22, 23 years old. For my dancers. Everybody here, you're a human, and things are gonna happen beyond your control. The temptation is gonna be undeniable. If you do have a boyfriend or whatever, we respect that. But you're gonna get taunted. I would refer you just find somebody in house to get with.
He's trying to control.
Find
the
you a
situation.
girlfriend in here. If you want to have a girlfriend on the road, or they call it in-house. That's the word. Or fellas, ladies, find your boyfriend. But one thing we not gonna do, and Hammer stood on this. My girls, you ain't gonna be called hoes. They ain't gonna be talking, well, we got them MC Hammer hoes. Ain't none of that ever gonna happen. If anything ever happens, something in that proximity, you out of here.
But you would think that if they had relationships in house, like when they break up and they still got to work with these people, and these people got to end up dating somebody else in house, wouldn't that cause problems?
That happened several times, but it didn't stop nothing.
Oh, it didn't stop nothing.
It didn't stop nothing. They kept doing what they was doing.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah. Stopped doing what they was doing, but it wasn't too much of that. Everybody was like doing their thing, or the girls trying to sneak and do what they did off the, you know what I'm saying, the radar. Mm-hmm. But we had things like fines, and we had it in place. And we had one incident. This is where Hammer started doing this. One of our guys in the group, he wound up going to prison for rape. Mm-hmm. And it was a member, Ace Juice. He messed with a girl, and the girl was consensual, what they said. And they called him to Florida to go to court. When he was court, they kept him and locked him up and gave him like 2.5, 3 years. Because when he got out of prison, he paying my roommate. And we talked a lot of times about what had happened or whatever. He said, man, they railroaded me, man. He said, man, I didn't do it. And come to thing was the girl who he messed with, her daddy was like a prosecuting attorney or something like that. So you know how it go. You better say he raped you or whatever, but no, he didn't. You know, so yeah, he wound up doing time behind him. And Hammer said, if anybody get out on the road, get caught with a girl in their room underage, first time you get a fine. Second time, you gone. No exceptions, no nothing, you out of here. I prefer you mess with girls that's 18 and in college. Preferably grown and they ain't in their mama house no more. But if you happen to just make sure they got an ID and show you their age. Because you get caught in the room and then they come around checked all the time too. The bodyguards, like clockwork, baby. Let me see what you got up in here. You know, Hammer comes sometime too. Mm-hmm. Hey, little mama, how old are you? 17. 17? So you ain't 18, huh? No, sir. Okay, cool, no problem. Fine. You get him. Hammer didn't play that.
Because 17 was consensual. You could be there.
No, you had to be 18.
Well, then why he get him out, kick him out right then?
Yeah, he tell me, come on. And our golden rule was never disrespect the women. Never. I don't care what circumstances it is. Walk them downstairs like a gentleman. If they're there in your room, they ain't got no ride, put them in a cab and you pay for it. Stand outside with them, go to the lobby so the cameras can catch you, and go outside and watch her leave that hotel in that taxi cab and go away. Then you come back inside. Because they can easily say, you tried to rape them or something happened in the morning. They can sometimes they double back. Girl double back. It happened to me one time.
What happened?
Not the rape thing. No, let me clarify that.
Girl double back.
Girl double back. Girls in my room, and I ain't gonna lie, we did it. And she leave, I take her downstairs or whatever. Leave. She left the hotel supposedly. The next morning, we get on our buses or whatever. She come out with a Jodeci shirt on with Devontae.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, D, you know what I'm doing? He said, yeah, man. He said, yeah, she came back in the lobby, man, looking for a friend or something like that, and I just scooped her up. I said, dawg, she was with me and I do. He said, what? I said, yeah, she was. She's like, oh, man, for real? He said, yeah. I said, it's all good, man. We ain't tripping.
So Devontae was cool with it, you were cool with it?
Devontae was like this.
So she doubled back, and when she come back, she had been with you.
Uh-huh, and got with Devontae.
Devontae Swain.
Devontae Swain. And see, Devontae really didn't trip on girls. He wasn't tripping. He was all into the music, man. He said, man, I got to do these songs, man. I got to make it better. I mean, we got to be the biggest stars we can be in the world. Jodeci going to be worldwide, baby. You know what I'm saying?
He believed in them.
Yeah, he believed in them. And Devontae produced all the songs. And he wrote all the songs. And K-Ci and JoJo just sung them.
How do you think him and Tupac and them got together to do that, toss it up?
Because Jodeci was like the bad boys of R&B. And they loved that edge. And allegedly, Suge went to New York one time and gangstered Andre Harrell.
Wow.
And he's the reason why Mary J got out of contract.
Suge was?
Suge made Andre release Mary from a contract with them. That's how Faith wound up out there in LA too, doing all this stuff. She was on the, she went against Biggie or whatever, and this and that and son, and he wound up getting Jodeci too. Them the homies, he loved them. And he always loved them. He was on the road with us, went on tour with them too, so you know. They had connections.
What did you think about the Big and Pac thing when they fell out and that East Coast West Coast beef was going on? Did you ever feel the breeze of that happening?
I think that all this stuff happened in '94. Remember, I think that they were doing it at first. Well, I can say for making money because Pac got shot. He really got shot, and Pac really believed that Puffy and them set him up. But at the same time, Biggie and them, I don't think Biggie and them really know he was being set up. Because why was they didn't say it all. I saw some other interviews. Why were they even in the building? Because Biggie didn't even know Puffy was in the building. He was over there checking on them because Biggie had got the deal with Undies. He did a deal with them. And that's when all the friction started to come. Because Biggie he wasn't wanting to leave Bad Boy, but he wanted to start his own company. But he couldn't because he was exclusively signed under Bad Boy. Okay. So he had to do his thing on the side. Like I tell a lot of artists this now, like I've been doing Southern Soul for the last 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I tell a lot of artists like, hey man, these cats ain't really got no hold on y'all. Ain't no real record labels out there signing no Southern Soul artists. Ain't no Southern Soul artists I know sign with a major record label. I know how it really go. So you can do whatever you want to. Even if you under contract with one of them cats. That's things called, and 50 Cent made it very, very popular. It's called a mixtape. Do your own songs and put them out yourself. You can't stop that. You ain't got to go under their label and put this out. You contracted to them to do what they asked you to do. As long as you meet their obligations, you straight. They can't stop you from doing other songs on your own and doing it and release it on your own. You can't stop that. As bad as you want to. They can try to, but they can't. So the key to that is when you do that, make sure you mix and master the song right. See, a lot of cats just do it and throw it out there. No, that's why them records sound so good. Because they do it like a real record. Even though the record be a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. Mm-hmm. Remember Hit 'Em Up?
Yeah.
All these other songs that came out, that was short. Like, ain't the whole song. And a lot of artists make a lot of money off that. Because that money don't go to the record label because it's off the record. Only what I'm signing you on that you can get money off of. And anything on this other side, you can't get because it's a mixtape. It ain't considered an album.
Going back to West Coast, I talked to a guy, this Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us.
Oh,
They Not Like Us. One of the hugest songs out, one of the movements that's going on, bringing all the people together. When OG Pyru came on, he said that there ain't nobody else done a movement like that since We All in the Same Game, Michael Conception.
Bring it together.
Yes.
Yeah. It stopped a lot of, the violence. Yeah.
And Michael Conception, of course, you told a story about him, his exploitation allegedly toward everybody. You hear stories. Did Michael Conception? Tookie Williams started the Crips, right?
I heard somebody beg to differ. I said it on one of my interviews before too.
I've talked to my partner Melvin Farmer. He assures me that Tookie started. He was with him when they started.
Tookie did?
Yeah, when they were 13.
I thought that he did too, because Raymond started first, but Mike started in Carson, started Carson Crips. So I don't really know, man. It wasn't too many cats out there doing it,
My
like
Conception was one of them on another level when he was there.
Yeah. And then your homie OG, the Pyru.
OG Pyru.
OG Pyru. Was he one of the originators started
He wasn't the originator, but he takes me down history lane to the 50s before there was even banging going on. Then my uncle, he lived off of Hoover Street since the 60s.
Yeah.
So he tells stories to me too about how it wasn't even a thing. Gangs wasn't a thing when I first came to Cali.
Yeah.
So there was a starting point of this.
So
and when you met Michael Conception though, this in the 90s.
Yeah.
So
he was
strong.
He was strong. Yeah. But I was never scared.
I would say, did you fear the situation?
Nah, never did. Because I'm knowing the affiliation and I'm knowing what's going on. I seen the cats with him, and it's like you ain't no different than my cousin and them. I know my cousin them get down, so I would never bother by any of it.
Wow. I think sometime when you look at that whole level of what they went through and lost your cousin, losing all those people, it's hard to mend those bridges.
Because you killed a lot of brothers and cousins and homeboys. A lot of them died back then, man. I mean, really, really, really bad.
Bad situation.
Yeah, bad situation. I mean, we were over nothing, just over a street and the color of the rag.
What did you think when you came back down here and you seen people portraying to be a part of gangs?
Man, I was laughing. Cause I'm like, y'all ain't got no idea. what the South did back in the 90s when Crip really hit the South, like Arkansas and Louisiana and Texas, like they had the thing in Little Rock about the power rules banging in Little Rock.
Little Rock was big on banging back then. People were dying.
Yeah, I was Bloods, but the Crips wasn't strong in Little Rock. The Bloods basically ran Little Rock like that crazy. And but when they did it, I heard an OG Crip tell me, said, the cats back home in the South, they overdo it. They overkill. They overdo the boundaries of being a Crip. The jump ins, everything, they do too much. They don't take all that, but they want to be a part of that West Coast civilization and what it's about so bad they would go over and beyond, man, and just do too much, man.
Doing the most.
Yeah, and that's the way it was. It was like that everywhere. Cats calling sets and all this kind of stuff. Hell, I got called a gang member in my own little town.
What?
Yeah, they called me. I was a leader of a Crip gang.
Was you cripping?
That's what. Not really.
Let's be real. Your cousin a Crip in L.A., man.
But
so we know you probably was messing with that a little bit. You knew the signs. You come back doing your little lingo, shaking the hands and everything, showing them the handshakes.
They were fascinated. From what I learned.
And you were showing it to them.
Yeah, I did. But at the same time, I was in the drug game too. So this before him, I was selling dope. What? I got caught up. Looking at 5 to 10.
You was crack dealer.
Yeah. Looking at 5 to 10.
Did you cook it?
No. I got it already whipped. It was already ready. But,
so somebody had already brought it to you.
Yeah, my cousin would.
What's the most you ever got up to?
For as money wise?
Far as how much dope?
Did like 3 bricks at a time.
The whole thing?
Whole things. I was selling whole things. And then sometimes I break it down into individuals, when they come in. Bags. Back then they were doing it. They were doing the cold game, the coffee grains, old school, in the suitcase on the trailway, huh? Anyway, tell them old secret. This is old now. Don't nobody do that no more. Put in dump so the dogs can smell it. But anyway, wrapped tight, airtight, couldn't see nothing. But anyway, I did it, man. And one night I went out. I wanted to be the go outs, man. I just went out to this little spot, hanging out. Let me make a little change. And back then we had the Coke can and the Sprite cans and all them and the Lysol and all kind of stuff. Screw the top off. Had a couple of them in there and had the little dude running for me back and forth doing it. Not knowing this nigga run across the street, get attacked to the police. The police in the bushes hiding. The DTF's in the bushes hiding. So I had my little brown Mazda truck or whatever. So I made a little money, about to carry out of my last 2 rocks that night. I'm gonna go home. Give me a burger, fries, go to the house. All of a sudden, man, the lights come on, boom, they come out the book. Woo! Car coming this way, that way. So my partner standing beside me, he had about 3-4 grand on him. He dropped on the ground and kicked up on my truck. Right? I'm like, man, what you doing? Right? And it's all like, I was finna reach in my car and grab that Coke can and get ready to throw it on top of the building, but I didn't move fast enough. They came right over there and opened my door, man, right to my truck, opened the glove compartment, pulled the can out, looked at it. We got him! You got what? Ain't this your truck? I said, yeah. You got narcotics in your truck? What's in there? We got 2 rocks in here. That's good. That's 5 to 10 right there. I said, man, put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest. I get in there that night, everybody like, man, they caught you with what? Man, that's a misdemeanor. They gonna kick that out. You ain't going no pen, whatever. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, go to jail, call my mom the next day, tell her come get me. They didn't give me no bond right away. I had to go to court. So I went to court. My bond went for $500.
Damn.
So, the cops that did it, they were some more dirty cops. They wrote up a whole bunch of bull jive, man, and get to the prosecutors. This is how my whole career started. Okay? This right, remember I was in school too, Grambling. So I'm back home doing what I was doing, just doing something. It changed my life. Got out, went down to Graham, went back to Graham, and that's when I met Hammer.
Really?
And I didn't tell Hammer that I had a charge pending. This is what I love that dude so much, man. After we got to California and everything, got the crack, and I said, man, they called me the other day, I got to go back to Arkansas and go to court for that charge.
He didn't even know about it.
He didn't know about it. I told him about it. He said, why you been untold me about this? I said, I'm sorry, man. I didn't want you to not take me. You know what I'm saying? So now me and I feel like, you going to let me go? He like, no. He said, how much were they talking about? So we called the prosecutor and everything, talked to them. They like, well, we want to keep, the drugs, we didn't have but 2 rocks, but the money we found up under there, like $8,000 in cash, and you pay us a restitution of $5,000, and we make it all go away. Luckily, my prosecutor and my attorney were sisters, Kathy and Susie Compton, are their names, and they took it. I'm not a convicted felon.
Wow.
And said, go live your life, and most prosperity to you, Benito. You were a good person. We don't know much about MC Hammer, but go about your life.
It really more about that. He sent that $5,000. They got to keep that other money.
Yeah. So we come back home a year later, right? Hammer bought me a Benz. My homeboy had a BMW, drop top BMW, Hammer's cousin. My other homeboy had a drop top Saab, one of the dancers. Motherfucker came to the Benz.
Keep going.
Good. So we pull into town. We got there like late that night. We went by the car wash so everybody could see our cars, right? We were trying to floss. We come up there where we was because the whole town started coming out. They were calling everybody. They back in town. They back. And we was in them cars. And Hammer already schooled us before we got back home. He said, look, I really don't want y'all going back home in them cars, man, because people going to be jealous of y'all. They're going to be mad and jealous, and they're going to be trying to, do something. Don't go back home and mess with their girls, Benito. And Jimmy, don't mess with their girl. Leave the girls alone, because they, they feel like you're trying to mess with their girlfriends and stuff like that, man. Them girls be starstruck, and y'all can wind up getting killed. We don't want y'all getting shot or killed, man. Come on back home. So we did. He said, I know y'all can take care of yourself. Police get on the scanner. My homeboy was a big-time drug dealer. He had a scanner on the side. And when cats walk around with scanners. Surely it's nice to leave here criminals and come back celebrities. I said, what the hell did he just say? He said, man, this the scanner. And then 10 folk come on back. We got our eyes on them. They're up in the car watching them right now. So, ain't it something, though? You can leave here, a drug dealer, and come back a hometown favorite. I said, these dirty jokers. Talking about us.
So you feel like, do you agree that people should leave their hometown whenever they become famous?
Yes.
You do?
A lot of times, you do. See, it's different. I say, it's the difference in black and white. People do it. It's okay. They don't get hated because they basically done had privilege all their life, and they've had a lot of entitlement. But you, as a black person, you had to start from zero and build. And a lot of times, the people you come up with help you in your journey to being greater than what you were. They put bugs in your ear. Don't go back there. And it really is the truth. A lot of times you go back to the hoods and everything like that, they be jealous, man. They be hating the fact that you made it out and you didn't take them with you. You can even go back and try to grab some of them. It's still I ain't never heard a story where it ever really worked out. A lot of them, they want to falling out because they see you doing all this stuff and they see you getting this money and they get jealous. And they feel like they should have your money too. Like, man, you got all this money down, bro. Give me something, give me it. And you can even give them money. Mm-hmm. And it still ain't enough. You can buy them a car, or give them a car. It still ain't enough with us. But with them, they don't trip because they don't trip on materialistic things. We do. It's always materialistic. Whether it's a diamond ring, gold, necklace, whatever, it don't matter what you do, they still gonna have something to say about what you're not doing. So you better off not doing nothing. And like some of the advisors say, the worst thing you could do when you get all that money is start giving people money. Because the first time you tell them no, you were every MF in the book. You ain't this, you ain't that. But what I did for you in the past? That don't mean nothing? Really? Oh, okay. Even your own brothers and sisters will hate you for your success. But I ain't never had that with mine.
Well, let me ask you this, and it's going to get back to the music a little bit.
Come
on. R. Kelly. Did you ever think that Avant and him was similar? You didn't?
Their voice texture is totally different. When I heard Avant, I thought Avant was real smooth. He came up under Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson label. So that, and then, yeah.
Do you think that R. Kelly held Joe back?
No.
Well, Joe still didn't think he held him back on Jive because they was on the same record label.
You think R. Kelly held Joe back?
Yeah.
Joe had a good run.
He could have had a bigger run if it wasn't for R. Kelly.
Joe, my guy. I ain't talked to Joe in a long time. But Joe has a certain range, radiance of his voice. He can go, and he stays within. He almost like Brandy. Brandy, she sings a certain type of way. She can't do no way over here and run and come back and falsettos and all that kind of stuff. Her voice is not made like that. All our songs will be structured under what her voice sounds like. The same way with Joe. Even though Joe is his own writer and producer. You know, I don't think so. Kills is just a monster, man. He was just his own monster.
Did you see the other night after the BET Awards, Ray J went to guy's backpack?
And the dude socked him?
Well, the dude from Zeus Network,
yeah,
he got. I don't see that going that way if all them people wasn't in the middle of that like that.
Yeah, but somebody socked Ray J though. I saw that.
That was the Zeus Network allegedly guy on film. You see he get hit, but then he goes to get his bag. He didn't really air it out. But, you know, what do you think when you see all these cameras out when these people getting slapped and stuff? What would have happened if y'all had cameras out back then?
Like my partner said earlier, was talking to, they did a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And all these other cats doing it out front and getting caught up. The camera would have destroyed you. It destroyed you. Because people going to have their own conception about what they're looking at, you know. And it's like you're going to have your bad side and your good side. Don't know the full story. That's why a lot of blog stuff do now. They tell you half the story, not the whole thing, and you wind up making decisions off what you saw. So it messes it up. But with that situation, I'm glad Reggie didn't air it out, you know, and because it would have been a bad situation for him. He'd be looking at prison time, you know. Not even for shooting or killing nobody, just for shooting a gun in public.
Right.
California laws are so strict, gun laws, they'd have probably railroaded him just on shooting a gun in the open and endangering all these. You got to be careful, man.
You mentioned the laws over in the United States. What about the laws in Canada? Did you see Rick Ross?
Have you heard the whole story though? What's going on?
No, I haven't. What's going on?
One of the dudes, or the dude that's supposed to sock him, is a Hell's Angel. Hell Angel has 400 and some odd chapters all around the world. They're notorious for violence, murder, all kind of stuff.
Damn.
So
I thought Hell's Angel was like a biker's club.
It is. But they got chapters. And they said, Rick, you get on there bragging, talking on his noise, brother, be careful. Because they are nothing to play with. The Hell's Angels, they don't care. You got to remember, I saw Luke get on there talking about you're going to have trouble coming to Florida and so on. What happens if the Hell's Angels come there for Drake? What happens if the Hell's Angels come and protect him and say, no, you're not? It's going to start a war that you do not want. Say, Rick, live your life, take care of your family, be quiet, bro. Get your money and go on about your business. Because if you throw any shows anywhere in the U.S., Hell Angels are all there, all around the United States. You talking about one state, you talking about just Florida. And then he says about 50 chapters in Florida alone. Right where you live. They'll send somebody, homie. So Rick better be careful when he playing with this one. It ain't about Drake. Take Drake out of it.
The dude with the hair.
Drake the rapper.
No, I'm saying the dude, he kept talking about the dude, that's who approached him, had that little rooster hair thing on it.
That's a Hell's Angel. They like the mafia. You got your made men and all that, it's like that. Some of you ain't gonna be touching. And they'll send that call. And that's your, what's the postman? Different beast, different type of monster.
Did we get his top 3 last time? I don't know.
No. Have you ever had a run-in with them before?
Who?
The Hell's Angel.
No, but I had a run-in with the Booyah tribe.
Let's talk about it.
We was on the set.
What's the Booyah tribe?
It's there was a rap group, but they actually is a gang. A real gang.
Out of California?
Yes, I think they're from Hawaii or something, from the Samoan Islands or whatever. They Samoans.
Oh,
they
okay.
Big, they huge.
Bigger than you?
Yes, ma'am. The little one is, the smallest one is 2 times bigger than me. Like, look at it, some giants. They huge, man. They're big and buff, or big and fat, or whatever. They monsters. Long ponytails on each side like Indians.
Oh wow.
Yeah, beautiful hair. Anyway, we was on the set of 357's video. We like it Waterloo shooting it, and Hammer's cousin Jimmy gonna holler out the window. Well, he's trying to get one of their girls out there, And they shooting that video right next door to us, outside though. And they didn't like that. And they got back and Jimmy started talking noise and ran back in the building. So they ran after him, trying to get him and coming up on us. And our bodyguard said, draw down and defuse the situation. Because they was going to get us. We was going to get tore up. Because it was about 10 or 12 of them.
And how many of y'all?
Maybe the staff, 357, the dancers. Wasn't nobody there that had straps that could protect us like that. Or we'd use our hands or a stick or a pipe or something.
Yeah, because you needed something against them because they was big.
Yeah. And we got it diffused, after a little talking or whatever. I think they called Hammer too, and Hammer talked to him. And they was like, on the respect of Hammer, we'll let this ride. But and they fined Jimmy too. They fined him for running his mouth because he put us in a compromising position. Right. Yeah, it was crazy because we could have got that day. We was in San Francisco shooting our video. It was crazy, man.
Wow. Do you think that, like, when you look at some of the stuff that's going on nowadays, man, the way that you guys would get into it back then, man, it could have went a whole different way. Y'all wouldn't have got locked up because y'all had good lawyers and good money back then.
Yeah.
Some of those guys you run into now, are they all? You've done something. You've been singing with Men at Large.
Yeah.
You don't even know Men at Large songs. You know Men at Large song?
Yeah, send me a song and I'll.
You don't know them?
Tell me. No, I don't.
We were together just the other day.
Come on now.
Passing time,
taking life for granted.
Passing time away.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that song.
I miss you. You never miss a good friend.
No.
Till you're gone. I'm so alone. That was a platinum record. That's the number one record in the country.
Is that the chorus?
Yes, the chorus.
Definitely don't know that song.
Gerald Levert released them. Two big fat dudes.
I don't know it.
Yeah. But I took the place. Since the last time I came here, I went in the group.
Hey.
The last time I came, I went in the group. I'm in the group now.
Oh, wow.
Dave Tolliver hit me one night. I was chilling somewhere in a hotel, yeah. And he texted me. And I thought it was a joke at first, because I talked to Joe Little from the Rude Boys all the time, too. And he's like, man, I got a show coming up on the 22nd of June. Mm-hmm. How much you charge me to sing Jason part, Jason Champion, he's the original member, in the show. We opened it up for Key Sweat, Blackstreet, H-Town, and Donnell Jones.
Wow.
I was like, well, what do you think I'm worth? I mean, he said, hey, bro, I want to, disrespect you or nothing else. He said, I'll tell you what, I just give you half, bro. We do it like that. You with it? I said, yeah. I said, what happened? He said, man, I was talking to Joe, and Joe was like, he said, man, who got to get to replace Jason right now? He said, man, I don't know. He said, call Benito. Dude you sing with MC Hammer. He said, yeah, okay, cool. I like Benito. And I saw that text, I called him. Dude, bruh, you playing with me? He's like, nah. I like, for real? He said, yeah, for real, man. And then the next 2 days we communicated, and then we started doing Zoom, practicing on Zoom and getting ready for it. And we did the show 2 or 3 weeks ago back in.
How did it go? It
went wonderful. He said, man, this something wrong. I said, what you mean? He says, going too smooth. We got to have some hiccups somewhere, But he said, man, you walked on just like a professional, bro, like you never left. And I hit that stage in front of them 10, 12,000. Boy, I turned back into the old Benito. I was like, you can't tell me nothing.
Come on now.
You know I did the song on stage, don't you?
I seen that. You sung that I Miss You.
Boy.
He sung that.
The whole crowd was singing with me.
Yeah, they knew. Did you feel that come from Boss Talk? That's the redemption right there.
I was redeemed.
How did you feel singing it? Which is like, okay, they know now.
Man, it was so beautiful. I was like, I'm vindicated.
You felt like it. You felt like, okay, now people know.
You say whatever you want to say about me. I did that. But
people know is what I'm tripping off of. Yes. They know.
Yep. And even Keith Sweat told us, man, y'all did a good job, man. I'm like, Keith, let me get a picture right quick. He said, let me finish. I got to go see my barber right quick. Let me get groomed up right quick, and I'll get a picture with you. But he told, I didn't get my picture.
Why he didn't get no picture with you?
He didn't come back.
He didn't come back. He wouldn't stay in the dressing room.
He did that purposely, man.
Keith made a lot of money. Keith the man, though. When I say he's the man, Keep the man.
He's still performing like
You
crazy.
see the footage?
You when you were singing?
You saw that?
Yes.
Yeah. You'll see the footage when Keith was on stage. When they came in.
I wouldn't worry about Keith.
Really...
I worry about you.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm just being real.
That's what's up.
I could keep cool, but you my boy, man.
That's what's up, Steve.
Like I know you, so it's a difference. Like, and don't get me wrong. Did he say that I would never do anything to hurt you?
Oh yeah, he did all them.
He sung it. Them classics.
All them classics.
Man,
that's us in H-Town right there.
Boy, Benito.
One thing about Dave, what Dave said was, he said, "This part to get me, B." He said, "Then but one person asked me, where's Jason?" I said, "What that mean?" He said, "It just let me know that it didn't really matter. They thought you was Jason." Then he tripped. And guess who asked him, what was Jason at?
Oh,
Shazam.
That's it.
That's it. He the only person that asked, what Jason at? Big boy.
What happened with Jason?
He gained a lot of weight. He weighs like 550 pounds.
Wow.
And he's bone on bone. He ain't sickly, but he can't get around. Yeah, he can't get around and move good. You got to have help from the house to the car to wherever, that to the bedroom, stuff like that.
And if they thought that you was Jason, but you ain't 500 pounds.
I know they thought I lost a lot of weight.
He wasn't big.
Oh, okay.
When he left,
they thought I lost a lot of weight. But he introduced me though and said, "This is the new member." And said, "Benito, it's your audition tonight." And he asked the crowd, "Did he pass?" They're like, "Yeah."
Wow, I'm glad.
So you a part of the group now?
Yes, I'm official member of Men at Large.
Official member.
I'm the official member of Men at Large. We just got booked for Vegas for New Year's.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Got some other bookings coming up. You know, they had to come on with the deposit.
Oh yeah.
R&B money different than that Southern Soul money.
It's a little bit different,
boy.
It's better.
The money I got paid for the R&B show ain't nothing. I ain't never made that much money in Southern Soul in one night for 25 minutes. And they went on my song. Dave sung most of the songs. I was only on 2 songs singing. I sung the 2 verses to "Let's Talk About It." That's another one of their big records.
Yeah.
I did the first 2 verses and Dave did his thing. Then, the other songs Dave did, and I did "I Miss You" in my song, "Just Wanna Love You." It's out right now, blowing up.
What gave you the audacity to think that you could knock Mike Tyson out? Why would you tell Mike that?
Because I felt like I could at the time.
Explain to me how you even got in the room with Mike.
Mike used to come around us all the time and hang out, And I think we might have been in Vegas. He came back to the dressing room before we went on stage. And he'd be back to the dressing room playing and messing around with everybody. He liked our girls. A lot of people don't know this either. Mike used to date B&G.
Mike used to date B&G.
Yeah.
How was that?
I used to have to go pick Mike up from the airport. Lewis would always call me. Lewis said, "Hey, what you doing?" I like nothing. Mike coming in at 3 o'clock, pick him up from the airport. Where you flying to? Oakland, San Francisco. He flying to Oakland. Go get him in Oakland. Because it was closer to Fremont. And Angie, this is another story you probably know about. When I first got there, I'd been in the group only I went through the first tour. It was 3.5 months. First tour I went with Hammer. And I was the newest member, remember? So I got back. Hammer said, "We're going to start working on your album when we get back." He had just finished B&B's album. And Angie had signed it. Hammer bought her that Mercedes-Benz, that drop top roaster. She had a 300, not the 500. She had the 300. It still was nice. She even got in a video, videos. And she had got a big house out there in Fremont. But it had no damn furniture in it.
Damn.
She's staying in an empty house. So when I went to go pick up Mike from the airport, we got back to the house. And Mike, he's like, "What is this?" He said, "Angie, where's your furniture at?" She said, "I ain't had a chance to go furniture shopping." And like that. He said, "Benito, can you take me to the furniture shop, man?" I said, "Yeah, let's go." Went to the furniture place. Mike furnished a whole house.
Wow.
Had delivered and everything.
If you can deliver today, I'll give y'all a couple of $100 tip. We'll be there in the next 20, 30 minutes, sir. Furnished a whole house.
Mike furnished B&G whole house. It ain't tricking if you got it.
He had it and he did it. He was in love with Angie. He loved Angie B, boy. Ooh. I know I picked up Mike 3 or 4 times coming to Fremont to see her. And she would fly to see him too. Sometimes.
So did you size him up and that's what made you feel like I knocked his
Yeah, because Mike he wasn't taller than me. He was built, but he was like hunched over like with his shoulders like this. And I sized him and looked at him. We did our fists together like this too. My fist is a little bit bigger than wider, a little bit wider than his. Just about a little bit. But we did this too. We stood face to face and I did this reach. My reach was longer than Mike's. But Mike said, one thing about it. I said, I'll knock you out. He said, one thing about it, Benito, you're going to learn to get up off that canvas because I will knock you out. Right? Because he knew I didn't have no boxing.
So y'all had a face-off counter?
Yeah, in front of Hammer. We was playing around, but, you know.
You felt like you would do it?
I felt like I could whoop him. Or I would give him a hell of a fight.
You didn't see all them niggas he was knocking out?
Yes, I did. Yes, I saw that. But I still felt that, you know, when you're young, you feel like you can do any damn thing. Mm-hmm. So I felt like all the stuff I had done in the past, I was like, man, I'll whoop Mike. If we had a fight in the street, I'll beat him to death. Because he, you know, but like I said, my partner I talked to earlier, he's the only person I didn't whoop in the crew. Because he was a golden belt.
So he told you don't play with Mike.
He told me, said, man, he said, think about it. You telegraph your punches. And a seasoned fighter can see that. It's where you move your body. When you move your shoulder, they follow and look, you see your shoulder. They know a punch, they know an arm coming behind it. The only way you can really get them is throwing a jab in front of them and coming behind it with an overhand right or overhand left. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you get them. Because they're trained. When you swing like that, they move their head bob from side to side or to drop down and swing low because they know the rotation of the body. It's an art to it, man, like karate. You know, and I learned that later.
Wow.
So you just can't just go in there and think you're gonna whoop somebody just out of pure strength. You know, think you just gonna whoop. No.
Did you see Mike Tyson on that plane when he hit that white boy like he did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You didn't want them blows coming at you.
I went to Mike Tyson fight with Hammer. We went to the fight when he fought Razor Riddick, and he broke his ribs. I heard that boy wheezing. We was outside the stage, and we heard him. He. Mike hit him. It sounded like a gun going off. Pow! Right in his ribs. He broke his ribs.
You still thought you could do something with it?
No, not then. I seen them licks, and then he hit him, knocking sweat off of him. He's coming out there getting on us like, man, wait a minute, we're too close.
You like, Mike is not like I thought, not in that ring.
Man, it was crazy. But I see why Mike was frustrated with Evander, because Evander used to hang out with us too.
Yeah, he did. I didn't know that.
When Evander with Mike, boy, I was like, I cannot believe it. I cannot. Man, Evander legs like a deer. He had the littlest legs. He was like Rocky Dennis. Big up top and little down bottom.
And he whooped Mike Tyson.
Whooped Mike Tyson twice. Now, he fought him twice, remember? Evander used to have this thing, man. When I say Evander body, upper body, was built like a god or whatever, he used to have the machine he had on, he would work out with all the time. It's like a robot. And he'd be in that machine, he had on his shoulder, strapped on around his body and stuff. He had cables and stuff on his hands. He came in here, you hear the thing go, like, he was like a robot. And we were like, man, what is he doing? You know, he'd be training. You know what I'm saying? He hung out with us all the time. Evander, all of them. But I got something to tell you better than anything. And Mike Tyson including this too. You know, Hammer loved to gamble. Shoot them dice? Oh, baby, couldn't nobody beat Hammer. But one or two people. I was sitting in the room looking at it with my own eyes. That damn Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
Broke Hammer one night.
What?
I was saying, go get the briefcase. Bring the briefcase back. Come on back with the money, baby. Zeke. Isaiah Thomas. Detroit Pistons.
Let's talk about it.
Straight hood. They got in that flow, shooting on the carpet. Isaiah straight hood. Shooting them dice. 7-11. Number.
Better
100. They're playing by the thousands.
Better 1,000.
Shoot 2,000. Shoot 3. Side betting. Everybody in the room. And guess who else beat Hammer? I saw him beat Hammer a couple times.
How long did they play though before you leave that?
About an hour.
How much did you say Hammer lost?
One time maybe about 20, 30,000. Maybe 40. One night he broke Mike for 40,000.
He broke Mike Tyson?
Mike took his watch, his Rolex off, gave him, I put the Rolex up. Hammer whooped him in that and turned around and gave it all back. So next time I see you, Mike, just pay me when you see me, man. That's all my life. I saw that.
He was hitting him, 6 and 8 running mate.
Tearing him up. Hammer used to tear up Vegas. Caesar's Palace. We go in, because I didn't know they did that. The house will front you. Hammer come in, front me 20,000 or 25,000, whatever it is, 30,000. Hammer win their money back, give back to him, and win 100,000 or more on it. We would all side bet.
Dice.
Yeah, we would all side bet with Hammer. Give him our money to play for us. $100, $200, where we give him whatever. He'd double and triple it for us. Tearing their ass up. And this one I really knew things was real. Them boys come around with them suits on and thing in their ear.
Yeah.
And they had them tablets in their hand. Tell me all up beside us. Hey, how you doing? How you doing tonight, sir? I said, hey, how you doing? Like, what are these CIA agents or something like that? They looking at how much the house losing, how much money. They watching Hammer. Make sure you ain't setting the dice. Come on, you got to throw the dice, Hammer. You ain't got to talk to me like that. I know what time it is, baby. I got you. Blowing the dice right here. Turn to one of the dancers, blowing the dice, Hammer. Boom, whoa, oh, damn. Put on them chips over there. I'm cashing out. That was my first time seeing about 100,000 in cash. One night we was in there, and Hammer had the money. They had it wrapped around all the plastic stuff. I put it to my face like this, like, oh my God. Oh, golly. Yeah, they didn't like that. They didn't like him tearing them up like that. But Isaiah Thomas.
They shoot that guy.
Don't forget, Tommy Hitman Hearn, Detroit, baby. Once again, Detroit. Broke Hammer one night.
He broke Hammer?
Tommy can shoot them damn dice. Tommy Hearn can shoot them dice. We played dice with everybody, man. Christian Okoye.
Shoot them dice.
Football player.
Who be having Hammer bring them out? Who bring them dice out?
Dice. He have some dice.
When he sees that, he'll start.
They be talking or whatever, and they like, you shoot dice? Yeah, I shoot dice. All of them. Everybody shooting dice, playing for that money. Could not beat Hammer. Hammer was the luckiest dude I ever seen for my life, man, playing them dice.
You never seen nobody lucky.
Nobody like him, man. And I ain't saying just because I know him like that, but Hammer had a niche for winning when they played come to the dice game. Could nobody beat him.
So if you go in with him right now, you gonna bet him?
Yes, sir. All day long. I put all my money over him. He had that hand. Tearing them up. I'm like, golly, how much is him? About 25,000, 30,000. Go take the pull it aside, go cash it in. Come on back. Take it up to the room. And then we kept $100,000 with us in cash and we went anyway.
Yeah, 100,000?
Cash. It was
everyone when y'all get off that plane, wherever it's 100K.
His brother Chris Burrell have it handcuffed to the briefcase. Where we went. It was emergency money.
Everywhere y'all went, y'all had 100,000. Everywhere we went,
we had that briefcase with us with that money in it.
Did he ever?
People think he just carrying around some papers or whatever. We money in that briefcase.
If you have a handcuff, I know that's some money.
Yeah,
now.
but he would have his sleeve down a lot of times. You couldn't really see it unless he raised his arm up, so you see the handcuff on his arm.
What's the biggest, most charitable thing you seen him do when carrying just money around?
The time we went to Trinidad, he gave a dude like $2,000 in American cash, and he was talking about us in there. The dude was talking about us. And Hammer standing right behind him.
What was he saying?
If Hammer come to our country poor, he get our money and go back to the States. He no do nothing for country. He take all our money. You know, he do nothing for us. We done, Hammer. And so Craig, the bodyguard, Craig wanted to hit him. Drag him outside, do something to it. Hammer said, don't touch him, man. Leave him alone. He said, sir. He said, who are you? He said, I'm this. He said, why do you feel like that about him? He said, because he do nothing for country. He come here, whoever Hammer, he got the buses outside. I see the buses, everything, but he don't spend no money here. We're a poor country. We poor. He said, sir, can I ask you a question? He said, what? He said, how much money you make a year? What does it mean to you? You don't know me. He said, I know I don't know you, sir, but how much you make a year? Craig, go get my briefcase. Burrell, come on, man. Go get my briefcase, Burrell. Craig, go get my briefcase. Oh, here you go. So he went out there and got a briefcase, come back inside. The man standing in line. He said, sir. He said, yeah, what do you want from me? He said, nothing. He said, here, take this. What this be? I don't need your money. He said, no, this is a gift from me to you. Go take care of your family, man. He said, I'm that guy you just talking about. I'm MC Hammer. You lied to me. You're not MC Hammer. He said, yes, I am. You lied to me. For real? He started crying. He said, man, oh my God, how much is this? He said, $2,000. Will it help you? Will it help me? Oh my God, I gotta go tell my wife right now. Gotta go. He left, took off. So everybody inside of there, Hammer, we want tip too. We want tip too. All the workers, he gave them all $100.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of the most generous things I've seen him do. Yeah, humanity wise, you know, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Wow, man! Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. But your top 3 artists of all time,
dead or alive, any genre.
Say it again.
Top 3 artists of all time, dead or alive, any genre.
That are alive.
Dead or alive.
Prince. Michael Jackson. I can't say MC Hammer.
You can if you want to.
I put Hammer in the likings.
Wow, I think that's dope because y'all did so much together.
I left a story out.
Oh, you got something else? Okay.
Yeah, I got one more. Prince.
I was gonna ask you. I got that in my note, but I didn't think you to get to meet him.
Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah.
You met Prince?
Yeah, we was in the studio for about 2.5, 3 weeks.
He had high heels on?
All of that.
Damn. Chest open with
played basketball with him and everything.
In the high heels?
Prince, he had a car I wanted. When I saw his car, I wanted a car like that. So I said, damn, I want one of them right there. He had that BMW 750i. It was canary yellow. The two-door coupe with the butterfly doors on it. Yeah, Prince had one of them. And Paisley Park, that's his studio. Prince was having problems with Warner Brothers and everything, and they was messing with his money. So Hammer said, let me help you out. Let me come and record in your studio, mix and master in your studio, and I'll pay you for it. And Prince said, cool, come on through. So we went to Eden Prairie right before the tour, the Too Legit Quit tour. That's where we practiced at and everything. We used to get up every morning, run a mile or two around that lake, big old lake out there, because Minnesota full of lakes. Mm-hmm. Right in front of our hotel, the Marriott, we'd get up and go. But in the evening time, we'd go to the studio, because remember, I sung on 6 records on that album. And I'd be in there in the studio with Hammer, doing this and doing that. And one night we was in the studio, and it's a big old console like this, that German board. And all of a sudden, Prince raised his head up from behind the board right here. Tell me something. What's up, fellas? He scared everybody because we weren't expect to see him. He had a trap door on the other side of that wall.
Damn.
And he came through into the studio with us. And like, man, what is you doing? Prince was 4'11". He wore the heels to make him look regular height with everybody. He was a cool dude. He was light-skinned, whatever, but he's still a brother. And he didn't talk like he always talked, everybody else. He talked more with his deeper tone voice. Mm-hmm. Prince took us into the vault. We saw the Purple Rain motorcycle. We saw the posters and all the stuff from the studios and the movie theaters and all that. And we saw the reels that's all around the wall, like in a room like this, with over 200 reels of unreleased music. Apex, master reels. I think that's one of the reasons why they killed Prince, because he wouldn't give up those publishing rights to their music.
Do you think you ain't heard no music come out from Prince?
And look at them, they talking about doing it like Elvis Presley, like Wonderland, making Paisley Park like Wonderland in Minnesota. I mean, that vault was like a bank vault. It had a big old gigantic door on it. Prince said he would get somebody, one of his assistants come help pull that door open, because he knew the code to the thing or whatever. You got caught in that safe, that vault. The air gonna run out the wire. It's one of them big old giant, like a bank vault. He had it in his studio, built in there. And inside that vault was the motorcycle on him and Apollonia rode into the Lake Minnetonka and all that, and all the pictures and everything for the movies and all that. And walked up in there and you say, all these reels. He said, all these reels of music I never released. I've been recording this music for over 20 years.
Damn.
All of these Apex, these reels and stuff, these are my recordings. I have albums for the next 20, 30 years. I can release an album every month. He said for the next 20, 30 years. An album.
Somebody took all of that music.
And it never came out after he'd passed.
Somebody got it now.
I believe they did him like they did, I'll say allegedly, Easy. The shot. He was perfectly fine the night before the concert he was. How all of a sudden you get sick that fast and die? Remember they said the plane landed at a special hospital or whatever. They went in and he got back on the plane and he collapsed on the elevator and all that. What they do to him in the hospital, he stopped.
And how old was he?
I don't know. I think Prince might have been 50-something.
They killed him, didn't he?
Yeah. It's always about the wealth, man. I thank God right now, because I'm going to use it. Benjamin Crump is in federal. I mean, in Supreme Court right now, fighting for us to get our old royalties. Everybody got royalties of music. They didn't get paid back in the past. He
died at 57.
Huh?
He died at 57.
Statute of limitations ends at so many years in music. So now there's a new age called digital streaming. Everything is relicensed and everything. So right now I'm in the process of trying to get my Strange from Too Legit to Quit album, baby. That sold over 10 million copies.
Wow. Good luck with that, man. I'm gonna be praying for you.
It'll be no big deal.
And I know already this going down, man. As usual, man, it's always a treat when two players meet.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you for coming on Boss Talk 101 again. We're going to do it again, but right now, man, just want to tell you thank you for coming up. Boss Talk 101, you killed the first interview, so we said he got to come back. Mm-hmm. The people going to love you, bro. You doing your thing.
Can I give a shout out?
Who you shouting out?
I want to give a big shout out, first of all and foremost, to the creator.
Wow, God is good.
Secondly, to my family that supports me, all of my fan base, to my new brother, Dave Tolliver, men at large, and to all my supporters, to my barber, Antonio. Antonio
Will.
Will.
Keep me fly.
Keep me looking like a superstar.
He done told you, when you go on Boss Talk, make sure you say I did it.
Picho. That's what's up, baby. And my homeboy Prophet, give him a shout out of
I
LA.
thought you gonna call that nigga.
Man, damn. You had me get on here. Hold on. Gotta crank my phone back up. I will call Prophet. But yeah, man, just giving love to my people. My cousin, Mr. Mike, one of the biggest promoters in Southern Arkansas, has been doing it for a long time. He does the Southern Soul big shows, and he has anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 to 5,000 every time he throws something.
That's all.
I love my cousin, man. That dude he's a very real respected guy in our town and the surrounding areas. Just give it up, man, for everybody.
Benito, man.
Boss Talk 101.
What a boss's talk.
There it is.
Do you feel like Southern Soul is gonna get as big as how R&B was or is?
No.
No?
And the reason why I said, my old CEO, Ernie Singleton, told me, he said, son, I call him Godfather. He said, they'll never make it to that genre because there's too much foolery going on. It's too easy to do what you do. There's no structure.
In Southern Soul.
Yeah, and he said until they say it's a, because they only recognize blues on the charts. Mm-hmm. Ain't no Southern blues, ain't no Southern soul, and none of that. It's just us. We being creative and doing what we doing, but the ones that run it, it ain't enough money in it for them. You feel me? Now they had one to sign my partner. I love him to death, Pokey.
Pokey Bell.
Big Pokey Bell.
They wanted to sign him,
but he had other people around him that was in the mix with him that wanted more money, and he turned the label off. They was out there for like 3-4 days in L.A. I done heard it from the horse's mouth. B Flipper, who did the track, Side Piece and all that, and they wanted more than $1 million, and they kept on pushing the issue, and they could have got it and been on the big horse and made it and blew up, but the label said we ain't interested no more. We'll pass on it.
And look at King George, though. King George been going crazy.
I talked to King about it last year and asked him, did he want to go with a major? He said, I already had a major deal when I was 19, Benito. I was signing Epic Records. I was too short. Mm-hmm. He said, nah, I won't do that no more. He said, I stay independent. I made more money independent than I could ever make as signed to a label. He said, then if they offer me $1 million, I made that in half a year. Because King George now making $30,000-$35,000 a show.
Wow.
You still want me to call him?
Why not? Hell, you told him you was going to call him, didn't you?
Yeah. What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
What a number, Ed.
Yeah.
I'll turn it back up.
Hello?
Prof.
What's happening?
I'm here, baby. Boss Talk 101, CEO.
What's going on?
What's up, man? How's it going, man? You just cause you friends with what's that other boy name got that show? Art of Dialogue, nigga. You think cause you friends with him, you can't call? You done called in on Boss Talk now.
Okay. Okay.
What's going on?
Everything good.
I ain't know you knew Benito, man.
Yeah, man. I know a bunch of people, brother. You know. I think the last time me and you was on the phone.
Oh, it was a serious conversation. You impressed me, nigga. You's a smart nigga. Yeah, you's a smart. If I ever need a lawyer, nigga, I'm coming to get you.
You already know what it is, man. Tell me about it, though. What's going on?
Nothing. We got you on the show, so I'm gonna keep it short. I just wanted to bring you into the show. You knew show and all type phase on everybody, so you just a beast of a dude, man.
I appreciate that, man. You know, I try to maintain my composure and do what's needed out here in these streets, you know?
Well, you know, the Underground Railroad, the behind the scene guy.
Oh, yeah. Definitely that, man. You know,
I'll probably
pieces together, man.
I grab your number from Benito, man. Hell, and I'll link up with you. You on the West Coast?
Yeah. I'm out here in Cali enjoying the sunshine.
I'll be out there next month.
Oh, okay. You already know. Tap in. I got you.
All right, I'm gonna holler at you. All right.
All right, Benito. Much love.
All right, Pro.
And give him hell, E.
It's done. I got his ass already. Pause, nigga. Pause.
All right, Prof. One love.
Check it, man. That's the way we're going to end the show. Boss Talk 101, man. Benito came, showed up, showed out. It's been another great segment of Boss Talk 101, where the bosses talk.
And we out.